Oh my God. How are we doing? Hi, kids. It's your Uncle Bruce here, and he is live from Palm Desert, California, in the den. I'm in the den here at the condo. Jen and I have arrived safe and sound. Do not send out a search party. Don't answer any of these fake emails demanding ransom or anything like that. We have not been kidnapped. We've not been taken away by the mean people. We're fine. Um, we made it. It's unbelievable. What a day! What a day yesterday was. Just with all kinds of emotion and everything else. But I got to tell you, I sure like being here. I got to tell you right now, I like being here a lot. Forgive the lighting. We got in here last night, and I had about 40 minutes to set up this thingy you're looking at here. And you have no idea. The computer is sitting on a box, which is sitting on some books, which is looking at me. There's a light, only one light that's up here, and it's showing off the hairline. Where is it? There it is, showing off the hairline. There's no lighting anymore. This will be adjusted as we go forward, I can assure you. But I got to tell you, am I happy to be back in California? Yes. Is California an interesting place? Yes. Is LA a unique a place unto itself? Yes. Cheers to Los Angeles, California, to the United States of America, to Americans, to Canadians, to people from around the world. I love you all. I am so happy to be here. Looking forward to settling in here for a little while as we entertain ourselves and work it until the end of the year at the very least. Cheers, everybody. Oh, ice cubes from a refrigerator. These are luxuries that you get at a we have this in Canada too. I'm not saying we don't have this in Canada. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that this particular condo has ice cubes from the refrigerator, and I find that rather handy. I had to use a Keurig coffee machine today. I've never used one of those before, willingly. Jury's still out on that. I think I found just kind of when you look at someone's kitchen, you try to figure out what's going on. I think I found a cappuccino maker, like an espresso. I got to look into that. Another thing on my to-do list because I like a latte in the morning, and it's got to be just right. But I digress. We'll figure that out later. Welcome one, welcome all to Stock Markets with Bruce from around the world. You found me. I don't know how you found me, but you found me. I found you, and I'm glad to be here. I hope you're going to have a great day. The markets are, let's say they've been somewhat wavy lately. Good day, bad day, good day, bad day. Yesterday, good day. Today, that's a good day. We're down 266 on the pre-market, but that isn't bad. Bad would be down 1,266. That's bad. I don't see bad. I see a market going, where am I supposed to go? What am I supposed to do? Where I'm a money manager. Where do I put my money? I have billions of dollars to administer. Where should I put it? Well, I have some stocks that I could recommend to you if you'd like to know that. But all in all, the money managers out there are asking a lot of questions, and they're rather what's the word I'm looking for? Confused. That's the word. They're confused. And they're trying to figure out what they should be doing, and how they should be doing it. In a low interest rate environment like we have right now, where interest rates are zero, what do you expect these guys to do? They're looking for yield, and some of them need yield. They need yield. They can't find yield. They need dividends. There are some dividends, but you can't put all your money into one stock for a dividend. You have to have a diversified portfolio. Okay, well, do we buy U.S. Treasuries? Safety. Do we put our money into a safe place? Well, if you want to buy a 10-year Treasury note, you're going to get 1.53% interest. That just dropped this morning a couple of basis points because the U.S. private sector payrolls number came out and it jumped. in September, which it's good because in a way people are finding work, and uh, that's great. But that means that the Fed doesn't need to. Well, it may does need to tighten. Does need to tighten. The U.S. economy is doing better than other economies. Another yield is not happening. You're not getting a yield. We're down to 1.53% on the 10-year, and it might drop under 1.5 today, back to the 1.4s. I personally think the United States debt should be 1.2, 1.1. I don't even know why America has to pay a higher interest rate than anybody else. I really don't know. It's the de facto safety currency of the planet. I don't know why Italy only pays 0.88% interest on its money. Why should Italy only pay 8.88% when America has to pay 1.5? You think the Italians are a better risk than the Americans? Because that's what's up the market saying. Spain 0.47. You think the country of Spain is a better investment for 10 years, safer than America? What is that? Japan 0.085% interest, 8/100th of a percentage point. You know how close they are to China compared to the United States? Hey, really? I don't know. Britain, 1.1%. I love the UK. I love my viewers from the UK. I love my viewers from Europe. But why are they paying less money than Americans? I don't get it. This is the de facto currency, the de facto consumer, the de facto place to put your money where it's accountable, where money is accountable-ish. I mean, we have scandals and we have issues. We have good guys, we have bad guys, but we don't have what China has. So, I mean, come on. I don't understand. Anyway, there it is, 1.53 now on the U.S. Treasury as it continues to back off, and that is interesting. Dow is down 249. It was worse this morning. I don't know if we're going to have a down market today when it's all said and done. I don't know at the end of the day if we'll be down on the day. We're not getting enough selling. I've said it. There it is. I've gone out there. I'm telling you, I don't see panic in the streets. I don't see analysts going, "Oh, it's over. We're not going to meet our objectives, and we can't sell our products to people because our shelves are full." Have you noticed your shelves full in all of your grocery stores? Have you folks taken a look lately at, say, the jam area where you get jams and jellies? Just bear with me. Go into your local grocery store next time you're there and take a look at jams and jellies, and take a look behind the front row of your jams and jellies. Are there jams and jellies way back in there as far as the eye can see? There isn't. There isn't. There might be 8, 12, 14 jars. You're not going to see 500 jars of jelly in there. Look at other products. Look at the depth of the chart, the depths of the shelving for merchandise. It's thin. It's not packed, overstocked. It's thin. It's all there more or less. Can't find Welch's anyway. By the way, I brought my Welch's jelly with me from Canada. I didn't tell customs that was in my suitcase, but I brought it in anyway, and I got the Welch's grape jelly ready to go. So it's all good. I found some bagels. I found bagels last night at the Albertsons, and they're covered in sesame seeds and stuff, and so hopefully they'll work out. And I went to Costco last night. Couldn't find any bagels at Costco that were worthy of purchasing. They have like plain, and they have cheese, and they don't have sesame seed bagels at Costco here. Outrageous. I might, I might, I might have to take up some of you guys. Some of you folks have reached out to me with private emails saying, "I'll send you bagels. If you need bagels, I'll send you quality bagels." I might, not saying I have to, but I might have to take you up on that offer. At the moment, we're going to check out Palm Desert, Palm Springs, and the entire valley after these shows are over during the daytime and the evenings to see if we can find a supply of bagels that are worthy of, okay. So just don't spread that around. Just between friends, okay? Just want you to know. All right. Yeah, the Dow might have an update today. We're only down 228. Now we're down 226. I don't see the problem here. There are issues. Yes, there are problems. I'll tell you one little thing I noticed last night, or yesterday coming in, flying in yesterday from Canada, from Northern California, from Canada. We were flying in. We came along the Pacific coast, so we were over Santa Barbara, Oxnard, Santa Barbara, coming south, and as we were approaching LA, I could see in the water ships, big old ships, and these ships are container ships. Most of the ships I saw, I believe I saw, again, I'm not an expert in the marine area when it comes to the shipping business, but from what this guy was looking at, I'm looking at empty ships, ships without containers on them sitting in the water north of LA and off the coast of LA. So north of the LAX airport, south of the LAX airport towards the port of Los Angeles and Long Beach, were a whole bunch of ships with containers on them waiting to come in. So obviously, they come in, they offload their containers, they leave, and they wait in the waters until they're called back in to pick up a load of containers. There is a logistical problem here in Los Angeles. Now, this is not a secret. We've talked about this a little bit already. This is a fact that LA is at choke point for containers in, containers out. So obviously imports, exports. The highways, I will tell you, there is no recession in Los Angeles when it comes to vehicular traffic on expressways. It's jam packed everywhere. And speaking of driving, this guy was in the Tesla yesterday for the first time ever, and I gotta tell you, I want me one. I want one of these. I want me one of these. That's how I was going to say it. The best lousy way to say it. Man, would I like to get my hands on one of these babies? Absolutely incredible. I gotta tell you, it was an unreal experience. I'm going to see if I can show you the vehicle here. This is just a shot of the vehicle in the parkade. So look at the glare and all. That's just terrible. But this is a Model 3 in red. It's just a standard range mileage car. So it's not like the high performance one. It's the lower priced M Model 3. Okay, so uh, some would say, oh, nothing fancy. Yeah, you could go with that. There's a side shot. I had to walk around the car, take pictures of the car to make sure it was in pristine condition. This car has 600 miles on it. The owner of the car let me take this car for a ride, and here he is. Here he is. Here he's talking to Jennifer here in the front seat. You can see Jennifer there. Can you see her? He's talking to Jennifer in the front seat, and he's begging for an autograph, and he wanted to know if he could have a photo. No, that's not true. Steve, you're an awesome guy. I love Steve, the owner. He and I spent an half an hour, 45 minutes together minimum, walking around this car, inside the car, playing with the buttons to show me how it works. And boy, did I need the help. Here's the wheel of the front wheel of this thing. What a machine! Unbelievable. I have to tell you, on the highway, and this car does not have all the upgraded self-driving everything. It just comes with the standard, Tesla self-drive mode. So you get up to 70 miles an hour, let's say, and you click the toggle to put it into cruise control. If you hit the toggle all the way down really quickly, it goes into self-drive mode. In other words, it stays at 70, and it will stay so many car lengths behind the car in front of it. It will react to the car in front of it. So as the traffic slows, you slow. As the traffic moves up, it moves up. You steer, so you keep going. Just that feature saved us yesterday. Saved Jen and I, because we were. It took us 4 hours to get from the LAX area to here, when normally it would take about two and a half, two and a quarter, 4 hours. We ended up going from about the 2 something window to the 6 something window. And I can tell you something else about this car. The car goes 75 miles an hour on the expressway. There are 6 lanes. And Jennifer and I can talk like this to each other in the front seat. So, what are we going to do when we get to Palm Desert? Should we go to Costco first, or should we go to Albertsons first? Well, what are we going to get? Well, maybe we'll go to the condo first and see what's in the fridge, and then we'll figure. This is how you talk to each other in a car going 75 miles an hour on the expressways in LA, as opposed to, you can hear just barely on the outside the engine cars, especially the trucks. You can hear them. Whisper quiet. An incredible experience. I highly recommend getting a Tesla. I think you'd enjoy it. The other thing that I giggled at, I kind of went, ha ha, I chortled, was passing gas stations. I'd pass an Arco gas station. I'd pass, other stations, and I'd look at the gas price. It just glimpse at the posted price for gas here in L.A., California. 430 a gallon, 460 a gallon, and I'm going, holy crap! Um, you don't pay that driving this car. We charged up last night at the local supercharging station at a place known as the River. It's a shopping center around here. Very popular place. 26 supercharger stations, 26 places to park your car, one beside the other. And all. I thought, well, that shows you how many Teslas are around here in Palm Desert, California. If little old Palm Desert with 250,000 actual residents, and I'm talking the greater metropolitan area of Palm Desert, all the communities, Palm Springs, Rancho Mirage, Indian Wells, La Quinta, on and on, 26 superchargers in one spot. That gives you an idea how many folks are here. This isn't just for locals; it's obviously for visitors. Phenomenal. We sat there for maybe, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, and we put a quick 120 miles on it. And you're just watching the charge build up, and it tells you how much you're spending. It tells you how much it's costing you, and it was. I think I converted it by just saying, if this car was really getting 30 to 40 miles a gallon the way we were driving it, and we were buying gas versus how much we're paying for this electricity for the range we're buying, and I'm trying to factor in my head, what does it really compare one to the other? Minimum half price, minimum half price, probably less than half price than buying the gasoline itself. Um, yeah, I'd recommend one. Yeah, I'd recommend. This is just the Model 3, the small one, and beautiful ride. Handled all our suitcases and everything, but fast. Oh my gosh! And this is, I think, a single engine car. I'm not sure if it's got the dual engine in there or not. I'm not 100% sure. Quick, yes. I found many a time where I'd be at a red light and we would turn left. There'd be dual turn lanes, and now you're driving along and there's no one in front of you and you slowly hit the gas. I'm not like hitting a floor. I'm just accelerating and everyone else is just behind us, And I accelerate to the speed limit, hit the cruise control and just leave it there. And it would take like a minute for everyone to catch up to us as they're speeding, as we're just at regulation speed. Love it. Just love it. Oh, this old man is so happy. If I were 28, I'd be just abusing the crap out of this car. But at this age, I'm just babying it and I'm loving it. Plus, it had 600 miles on it. I'm going to be really gentle with this car. I love this thing. Anyway, Steve, you're awesome. Steve Monturo, he knows what he's doing. And a very interesting guy. But let's get back to the markets. Where are we going and what's going to happen here? Are you going to make money or not? 251 points is the down drip right now on the markets. Pre-market, Dow's down 251, S&P down 39, NASDAQ down 157. Crude oil down 59 cents a barrel today, sitting at 78.31. I can tell you the Californians need gas because there are cars everywhere. Cars, trucks. By just looking at the vehicles on the freeways, of all the freeways we came through, trucks everywhere with goods and services, like goods everywhere, all kinds of folks driving vehicles with brand names on the outside of their vehicles, so you can tell that these folks are service people. They're employed. They're working. The single car driving technique in California is alive and well. There are many folks driving in California without a second person. The HOV lanes are still glorious. We were able to do that not only because we had the electric car, but there were two of us in the car. Fabulous, and that saved us a lot of time. And so according to that, this economy is on fire. Gotta say, went into the Costco last night here in Rancho Mirage, and 95% of people in that store all wearing masks. Way to go! I commend Californians. Go with this. Good idea. The count numbers are ridiculous here and there, but yeah, trying to control this virus, a really good idea. So it looked to me like there was a lot of voluntary compliance with the mask mandate and social distancing. Looked good. Okay, enough of that. What else can I tell you? It's too early. I'd show you what it's like outside, but it's pitch dark out there. No one is up in this complex. I'm the only one awake. Jennifer and I are here. Jen is up. She's made herself some tea, and now she's unpacking, and she's discovering where everything is in the house. And oh, it'll take a few days for us to settle in, but this is a good thing. We're excited. Watching markets, our folks here, our friends at GameStop right now, 169.89 on the pre-market. We're down 229 at the moment. I don't have any specific news. I never do these days. If anyone has any news on GameStop, share it, please. I'd love to hear about it. Watching the pre-market on like Apple and others, I noticed that the Apple shares were in that 130, high 138 range this morning. They're now 139.57, still down about a buck and a half. Nothing crazy on the volumes. Microsoft down 253 at 286. We were in the 285 range this morning, 284 range this morning. Maybe in the high 283s now, 286.23. So it's recovering quickly. So it looks like the FANG stocks are coming back a bit. Over at SoFi, by the way, SoFi Stadium from the air looks incredible. You can't miss it coming into LA, depending on your flight pattern. We came along the coast. I could see LAX down there. We then turned to the left, which meant east, to kind of parallel LAX, and then did a 180 and came in for landing, heading towards the ocean. Well, as we were paralleling LA, there was SoFi Stadium. Wow, what a complex, massive. And then you can see this tiny round white building just beside it, not too far from it. And that is the hockey rink, the original home of the LA Kings and the Lakers in Inglewood. And the Miracle on Manchester took place in that building when the Kings beat the Oilers in overtime. What a tiny looking thing! That incredible Coliseum. The Coliseum is just so the hockey rink is so tiny compared to SoFi. Wow, what a machine. SoFi stock today down 15 cents. Just popped a tad a few moments ago. Looks like it's a little better off. It was sitting in the 1590s this morning. 225,000 traded today, excuse me. We're at 1610 right now. So pre-markets, we don't have a lot going on. ATIP 367 unchanged. No volume really showing there. Rocket Lab. Let's take a look at our friends at Rocket Lab here. My big SI pad made the trip okay. 1443 in the pre-market, down 16 cents. Not much to get excited about there. ME 810 a share, down 6 cents. Not a lot happening there. I'm sure it's disappointing because last week we were in the nines and now here we are back at 810. I don't like this neighborhood. I really don't like this neighborhood. I really liked it more in the high nines. And I'd like it more in like the 11s and 12s, please. I'll put in a call. I'll see what I can do. But that's where we're at the moment on ME. Spire had a down day yesterday, down 26 yesterday. Spire is now at 760, basically unchanged at the moment. 8,800 traded. Don't have exact news or anything specific to point to. No press releases, like other than there was they were chosen to aid in maritime collision avoidance research. Didn't have an effect on the stock at all because right now the stock is being completely dominated, I think, by a group of shorters through a hedge fund. And I think they're trying to hold this market right down here until the 15th of October, which is the next option expiry series coming up next week, Friday. That's when options expire. The next options expire for this stock. Being a new stock, it doesn't have options every Friday. Not yet. That will come along over time. But right now, the options will expire October 15, and the objective, I think, my guess, keep it under 750, so that every contract that they wrote from 750 all the way up to $20 a contract will expire worthless. That's their strategy. Now, the only way to beat these guys is if enough investors and shareholders come in here and buy up the stock. They just buy up whatever they're holding because they're shorting stock to keep it here. If enough dollars come in to buy up all this paper and take it higher than 758, that would break them. and then they'd be on the losing end of a trade. But I think these guys have millions to defend their position. Um, and I'm guessing that's what they're up to. That's what I'm guessing they're up to. I don't like it. I can tell you that right now. The Dow down 218 points with 35 minutes to go for pre-opening. Still improving. S&P down 34. Nasdaq down 136. Natural gas prices are rising, namely because of European demand. There is no natural gas shortage in North America. Don't let anyone fool you into that. There is no natural gas shortage in North America. The oil and gas companies are burning it off to get at the oil on oil fields. If this were truly a scarce commodity, the EPA wouldn't let them do it. And number two, oil and gas companies would find a way to capture it and sell it for top dollar. So it's a weird market. And in Europe, they're desperately short of the product. Here, they're drowning in the product. Oil, another matter. North America theoretically is suffering from a supply delivery problem, getting the crude out of the ground to refineries, to pipelines, to gas stations, to trucks, to gas stations, to your tank. Europe, it's more of a we got to get it through super tankers to our refineries to import and then distribute, and they're more susceptible to closer in, because obviously Spain and Germany and the Netherlands and other countries like Austria and Switzerland, they don't produce oil. They don't bring it up out of the ground. They import all their needs, virtually all of it. North America, we're surrounded by oil. There's oil in California. There's oil in Texas. There's oil in Oklahoma. There's oil in Western Canada. Lots of it. And Pennsylvania, Ohio, lots of it. It got to get out of the ground. Got to get it into refineries. No one can build a new refinery in the U.S. or Canada without literally impossible. I think there have been new refineries built in Canada, but only in Alberta. Nowhere else in Canada can you do it. Environmentally impossible to get a permit. In the United States, absolutely impossible to get a permit. The existing refiners love it. They're going, yeah, no competition. This is great. There'll be no new refineries in the U.S. to worry about. We'll be able to gouge the American public forever, because the tree huggers in the United States will never allow a new refinery anywhere in America, so that the existing refineries that continue to run, which are getting older and older and older, being modernized, yes, they've got the lay of the land, and so the prices keep going up for gasoline because it keeps getting more expensive to produce the product and refine it. Americans pay through the gas tank every year more money, more money, more money. It's a great country if you own a refinery. It really is. America is fantastic. So what can I say? 78.23 is the price of crude, down 70 cents. That's where we're at. Reality is, at $78 a barrel, oil should be, or gasoline in this state here in California, should be about $3.10 a gallon. It's $4.50. Where's that $1.40 coming from? Do you know there's 70 odd gallons in a barrel? There's a lot of gallons of gasoline in a barrel. If the barrel goes up 20 cents a barrel, why should gas go up $1 a gallon? What? That's $74 a barrel more. Where does this come? The math doesn't add up in one way, but does it add up wonderfully in the bank accounts of the majors, who have the entire thing locked up. They produce their product, they distribute their product, they refine their product, and they retail their product, and they bribe the politicians everywhere to keep it just the way it is. No need to change anything. Everything's fine. Every American that wants gas can go and buy it at the price that we decide to set it for. It's all okay. Forget the last part. It's all okay. The answer, get a Tesla. And by the way, lots of Teslas on the road. Oh my gosh. Driving along on the HOV lane and watching Teslas coming and going back and forth, folks coming onto the highway, going up. They're everywhere. It's amazing down here. It is amazing. They are all in down here, I'll tell you. All right. There's the deal. Thank you for popping in. Laugh out loud. Try 7 to 10. $10 a gallon. That's right. It's worse overseas, but overseas in England and in Europe, the reason that oil is so expensive is not because of the price of the product. No. It's because of the taxation by the nations where the product is sold. European politicians 50 years ago got addicted to oil and gas prices, and they found that they can much more easily raise taxes by raising prices at the pump than by raising taxes to individuals on their tax forms. And so Europeans pay much higher prices, as do Canadians, much higher prices for fuel than Americans do on average, because politicians in Canada and Europe have figured out we don't get unelected. If the price of gas goes up 10 cents a year on taxes, no one notices. Like, there's no one to blame. There's no one person to vote out of office. This is great. And it's been an addiction for a long, long time. So there you go. I hear a sound. Hi, Jen. How you doing? Oh, we see this much from your thing. We just hello. How you doing, babe?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. There it is. Got to be careful. We're doing all right. The connection looks pretty good.
Good.
People are saying hello. And we're about 29 minutes away from the opening. The opening doesn't look as bad as it was looking. It's still negative, but not as negative. So we'll see what happens.
Right.
And we're here. How are you doing out there?
Oh, I'm unpacking.
I'm unpacking. I'll put it to you this way. I think it's more fun unpacking than packing. The packing part was rather stressful the last 4 or 5 days in Calgary, because
Yes,
we had to really say goodbye to our stuff the other day. I mean, we moved out of our house 3-4 weeks ago. We were in a hotel for 3 weeks, so we had some of our stuff still with us. But the other night we had to go to the storage unit and put the last of the stuff there that couldn't come with us, because when you get on an airplane, you really, really start to cull the herd, as it were. And we were culling. There was
we found
culling
out
going
we're
on.
very bad at guessing weight.
We're terrible. Well, the good news, we got to the check-in counter at WestJet, and it's the dreaded, please put your bag right here, please. And that's where they weigh it.
Oh, it felt so heavy.
We were certain we were over.
Oh, I was certain.
We had 2 big suitcases, and I thought, oh gosh,
Yeah.
they're each they're 55, 60 pounds.
$500.
It's going to cost us $500 extra. They were underweight by 6 pounds each. Underweight. We had 44-pound suitcases instead of 50-pound suitcases. We had 2 small ones that were, of course, no problem. They would never be 50 pounds. Then we had 2 carry-ons, one each. So, I mean, here we were with 6 pieces of luggage, 4 checked in, 2 on, and we're traveling light. Oh, no, we're not.
So we discovered the old, how many pounds of butter do you think this is? Doesn't actually work.
Oh, my God.
Not actually.
I think what we're going to have to do between now and the next series of flights we take is cull the herd even more.
No. I've thought about this.
Uh-oh.
So what we had is a big one and a small one.
Yeah.
I don't know where we got that small idea. We can have 2 big ones each.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to go with what, 80 pounds of luggage between
Absolutely.
it? 160 pounds of luggage.
I'm taking my books.
We're taking our gold bars with us wherever we go. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we should just go with 2 small ones each.
And I forgot I had a pocket knife in my purse because I'm rural. Girl needs a pocket knife. I forgot, so it was abandoned there. But not one question about the huge bag of Lindt chocolate balls.
They didn't ask about the Lindt chocolate balls covered in foil. No, they didn't. No, they looked at her and went, yeah.
I think
we know.
They recognize them going through. They're like, oh yeah, that's chocolate.
That's
no,
chocolate.
That's fine.
That's okay. Those are chocolate.
Uh,
Yeah, first time in the air for a while for the 2 of us, and
it was a great flight. Very nice.
we were hats off to WestJet Airlines. We upgraded our seats to premium seats at the front of the plane, so we ended up with there were 2 seats on each side of the aisle instead of 3. Very nice, with a plug-in for your phone or charge your computer or whatever. Leg room. I could cross my legs. Oh, it was lovely. Yeah. The only thing they didn't have was a footrest for Jen, because Jen is a little tinier than I am.
which
But
makes me
I
like
told her,
4'4".
like I told her, like on those photo shoots, you're always wearing those high heels. If you'd be wearing
If
those
I was
six
wearing the
inch
high heels,
stilettos,
yeah,
then the heels would be your foot rest.
sure,
You see,
sure. You could just,
walking through the
drag me
airport
off the
would have been
plane.
another matter, but you'd look good, at least standing there.
So it's
Too much
early
fun.
bagel morning.
It's early bagel morning. Gotta tell you, last night the scramble was on. We had to get some items in the fridge just to kind of start the day off here. And I figured, well, I'll just get some yogurt and have a little yogurt in the morning, which I like to do. Ended up buying some yogurt at Albertsons that was obviously from another place because instead of being peach
From
yogurt,
another place.
peach yogurt, the one that I get in Canada, the yogurt is white with little chunks of peach in it.
Yeah.
Peach yogurt, not here. The peach yogurt I bought was orange.
Yes.
It was colored orange,
It's orange paste.
and it was paste. It's like a paste, and they call it local too, which
See,
also
and
should have
that was
set me
also-
off.
that-
I
that-
was obviously in a
don't-
hurry last
that's
night.
bad.
I
Don't-
didn't read the
don't
label
do
quickly.
locale.
This was a huge mistake. Oh, look, I took a couple of just ooh. This is new.
No, I know.
New,
They
new.
take the fat out, but they up the sugar.
Whatever
It's
that's in
bad.
there is that's not for human consumption.
That's-
There's something really wrong here because
Something's
the yogurt I'm used to is
wrong.
light, very light, and it just
With real fruit.
it's really tasty. But
Mm.
this stuff is. The search is on for good quality yogurt.
So we have a toaster.
We have a toaster. I
I
bought
have high
bagels.
hopes.
Did you find the jelly?
Yes.
We found the jelly. It has survived intact.
Yes. Yeah.
We have butter.
We got butter.
I put one
Boy, do
quart.
we have
I
butter.
put a cube in
Yeah.
thing there. So
We got butter.
crossing our fingers.
Okay.
We're hoping for the bagel thing.
Okay.
We're a little early on the bagel thing,
Okay.
but we're going to find out how this all works out. All right, I'm trying to give this market everything I can, kids. I'm trying to get this market going. We have a little pop here. We don't have a lousy start to the day. We'll find out if this is going to work out or not. Okay. Welcome welcome all to the show. Alistair, I'm with you. Thank you. Gayoti, good morning. Tool workers here. Bobby, at least the car's burning oil. Biden's cronies. Okay. Don't you guys have Teslas laughing out loud? They keep trying to destroy Tesla. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Good morning, all of you beautiful people. 250 a gallon where I am. It's true. What can I say? What else is going on? Yeah, I want a Tesla truck. Might be the coolest looking truck ever. This will be interesting in that I fear being behind a Tesla truck. And I'll tell you why. One, I won't be able to see around it because it's so high. Two, the tires are going to be very knobby and they're going to throw up rocks. And I don't want to be behind one of those when they hit it and accelerate because it'll throw up a lot of debris, windshield cracking, chipping. I wonder about that. I don't know. I do not know what's going on. What else is going on? Thank you everybody for popping in here, saying hi. Adventures of Duncan is here. Hi there, buddy. How you doing? Nice to see you. Let's see. Hi, Jen. Welcome to the USA, says Sharon. Why the face? What else is going on here? Any other appropriate comments I can read that versus inappropriate comments? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Let's see here. What do we got here? Thank you everybody for popping in here. It's nice to see you, and thank you for your best wishes. And we're doing great. Jen, how does it feel to be married to a jelly smuggler? I think I put it in her. I think I put it in her trunk. So if she got caught, she'd be the one. Oh no! Books, Uncle Bruce, Spire, a Kindle. Come on, love it, Jen. I don't like carry-ons. Let's see. Oh man, I'll bet if we ever get to see what Jenna looks like, she looks just like Uncle Bruce. Let's see. I want to fly first class at least one time. The advantages, I guess, the upside of flying yesterday in the front of the plane, we got to get on the plane first, which was nice because when you get on the plane first and you're in the first 3 rows, you have the overheads right there and there's nothing in them. You get to put your stuff in. That was great because they were calling for volunteers. believe it or not. At the gate, they were calling for volunteers who would be willing to allow their carry-ons to be checked in for free, no charge, because they realized the plane is almost full and there will not be enough room in the overheads. But because we get to go and get on first, we were guaranteed enough room for our carry-ons. So that was just fine. And that's one. The second one, you get on there first, and then in the air, they provide you with soft drinks or alcohol. It's included. So Jen enjoyed a little libation. I had my caffeine. I just had some Diet Coke. Dinner, they served us a meal included in the package. Otherwise, you had to pre-order it online before the flight started, and then get fed, which is kind of weird. It was a 3 hour, 10-minute flight, so it wasn't a long flight, but it wasn't a short flight. And the roast beef was wonderful. I really enjoyed it. So that was okay. We had our own attendant there, a cabin attendant, so service. Our own bathroom at the front. Wouldn't allow passengers from the back to use the front bathroom. That was nice. It was just, you just felt you were in a first class environment, but it wasn't first class, but it was certainly, oh, it sure beat being in the back. I can tell you that right now. I certainly enjoyed that very, very much. I would do it again. So that was kind of a unique experience. And for Jen and I, just to be able to relax and just exhale, go, okay, we're on the plane now. We're going south now. When we get off the plane, we'll be in LA. It's a zoo in LA, yes, but it's in LA, and Los Angeles Zoo. It's not a zoo of Canada. It's a zoo of LA's making. And so we were glad to be doing that. Anyway, thank you everybody for popping in. Let's see what else is going on here. Let's see. Oh, we got people who hate me who are here today. Thank you for being here. Nice to see you here. It's funny how some folks only want me to talk about certain stocks, but when I talk about certain stocks and I mention, how they are or are not doing, they don't like what I have to say. Others, I come in and talk about the fact that we made this big trip down here. They don't want to hear about the big trip. They just want to hear about stocks. You can't make everybody happy the way it is. Let's go members only and say thank you all of you who are here today, joining me already. And Jennifer, we appreciate it so much. We can't tell you how much we appreciate you all being here. And thank you, members. You are the backbone of this channel. Thank you so much for joining this channel. Members are able to do chats during market hours. And let's keep the channel PG rated if we can. Absolutely. Thank you, one. Thank you all for everything that you provide us. We really appreciate it. All righty, double checking things here. Google's been asking me, hey, are you really you? Because you're not from around here, and there's a guy pretending to be you. Is that you pretending to be you, or is that somebody else? And we're all good there. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for the almost 200 thumbs ups this morning already. Appreciate that. Let's hope we have a better day today than a few days ago. Yesterday was an up day in the markets. Definitely was an up day. Wasn't what we would call a groundbreaking for every single stock, but it was at least an up day. Right now the Dow is off 278. We're down 39.5 on S&P. We're down 138 on the NASDAQ. We're coming into the last 17 minutes before we start trading on the day, and we'll see what's going on. I'm noticing Spire is at 680, showing a 9-cent gain in the pre-market. Nothing to get excited about, but it's not down 9 cents. So we'll take that. Bring us more, please. See if any more goodness can follow. GameStop right now, 170, 169.89, down 229. Rocket Lab right now is at 1440, 1435, down 24 cents. SoFi at the moment, 1610, down 15 cents. So we have slight pennies here and there going on. Headline, Bank of America raises minimum hourly wage to $21 an hour. Well, that would make sense because most employees of Bank of America would not be what we would call minimum wage job holders. Most employees of Bank of America would be trained, would be quite reasonably educated, and are certainly not folks qualified to work as a burger flipper as an entry level job. These are not entry level positions at most of these American banks, and so it would make sense to be paying that kind of money. But you do the math, and you figure $21 an hour at say a 40-hour week roughly. That's about 800 a week. That's 40,000 a year on a 50-week year. It's $40,000 a year job. So the minimum pay at Bank of America would be 40,000 a year, and if you were worth your salt, and you can prove yourself as being worthy, then obviously you're going to be making substantially more than that, I would think. So interesting. No, Massey has re-upped as a member. Hey, welcome, buddy. Thank you for coming back. I appreciate it. Nice to have you here. Love it when members renew and get their bagels, their new bagels beside their names. Some of your bagels have changed color in the last little while. Way to go. I appreciate that. Welcome, all of you guys. Nice to have you here. Lisa saying, Jen, my husband has always been an avid reader, and he swears by his Kindle paper white. Hundreds of books in his hand for any trip. Absolutely right. Jen was reading yesterday on the plane, loving it. It was all good. It was all good. Good morning, Dave. Good morning, Auntie PC. Nice to see you guys here. Hope you're all doing well. Erico, screw him, Bruce. Keep talking that talk. We're here for the Bruce. Thank you. The Backbone crew is here. Martin, part of the Backbone crew. Guys, thank you for your constant and undying support of this channel, the hardcore followers of this channel. Man, I love you guys. You are everything to us. Oh, what do we got here? We got something coming.
Oh.
We have a napkin. Okay.
This is not an auspicious beginning.
Oh, it's a verdict.
We started with the yogurt. These are more like buns than they are bagels.
Right.
And they're very fat.
Right.
And so even though I skimmed them away, they barely fit in the toaster. So it's like a warm bun with sesame seeds on it. That's kind of what you like.
You kind of don't you? You kind of like that, don't you? Yeah. It's a very thick, fluffy looking.
No, don't turn it over. No,
so
don't even look.
There's the bottom of it. It's all encased
look
in.
At that. It's just.
Look how thick it is, though. Look at how it's bending.
Out.
It's bending while I'm trying to hold it up.
Yes.
There's no crispiness here. It's all sponge.
Yeah.
It's like a sponge cake.
It's gonna stick to your teeth like snot on a doorknob.
Like snot on a doorknob.
Yeah.
How do we know that? How do you know that? How do you know snot on a doorknob sticks?
Because my mother said that.
My mother said that. Let's try this.
It's also as slick as snot on a doorknob.
It's like eating white bread.
It is.
It's like a dinner roll.
It's a bun.
It's a dinner roll. It's only been warmed up.
No, I put it in the toaster.
Yeah.
I mangled it by cutting it apart.
The middle is completely white. Look at it. It's like white bread.
It's white bread.
This is not a bagel. It is. It looks the shape of a bagel.
Is it? Is it really the shape of a bagel?
Is
Show
it?
me the hole.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no hole. There's no hole.
The grape jelly is good.
The grape jelly and the butter are the only redeeming factors.
Well,
so we'll look for a toaster.
Well,
today that has a bagel setting on it, for one thing.
Thing is, though, we have to abandon it when we leave.
I did.
We need bagels, though. We got to find a bakery.
And we got to find a better bagel.
We know a guy.
We know
a guy that we can talk to about bagels. He's just up the road.
That's true. We know
Sherman's
a guy.
Deli. We can go see.
We'll go look at Sherman's and see what they have. Mr. Poster, Gordon Poster.
We're going to see Gordon. We'll go see Gordon at Sherman's Deli.
He was on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
They were on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. That's right.
Making his potato latke and pastrami sandwiches. They're so good.
We'll be visiting them, and we'll be talking to them about where can we buy bagels. Because if anybody knows where to buy bagels, the operators of Sherman's Deli know where to buy bagels in this town.
You don't need teeth for his blintzes. They just melt in your mouth.
Like butter.
Like butter.
Like butter.
They're so good.
Oh, my.
And this place we're in has a scale.
Oh my God.
It's got a bathroom scale.
The first thing we notice, I'm telling you, the first thing we notice when we walk into the bathroom, you're looking around. Oh,
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 oh.
a scale.
Yeah.
You know what you have to do. You have to step on it.
Yeah.
You know, your curiosity is killing you. I haven't been on a scale in a long time.
Yeah, we don't have a scale at home.
We don't have a scale in our house.
I
Those are
use,
bad news.
I use the pants waistband scale.
We use the. Does this still fit scale?
The how soon do I have to unbutton my pants at dinner scale?
But we also know that the longer you own something, the more it stretches.
Yes.
So really,
Does that waistband thing count? I don't know.
how accurate is it really?
Yeah.
Eh.
So.
I got sponge cake on. I got jelly on sponge cake. This is not. I mean, yes, it's covered in sesame seeds, but the sesame seeds aren't roasted up. They're just there. You know, I feel them on my teeth, but I don't taste them. It's filler. This isn't how America should be powered. You know, America should be powered up by real nutritious, tasty food. This is bland. It's just people going through the motions. It's That's the way it is. That's what this is. Eh. And the poor toaster. There's nothing toasted here. This has just been warmed on the surface somewhat so the butter melts a little bit. Not good. There will be adjustments made to certain items in this house. Hello.
Huh. The other thing is, I just went back into the kitchen, did the little, tidy oop, and turned off the light. And by turning off the light, you can see outside that the sun is just starting to come up. And you can see the palm trees and the golf course, and it's lovely.
Well,
You'd like it.
when it's really nice out, start taking some photos.
Okay.
You can just grab my phone, take a few photos, then I can hold it up.
Okay.
Sure.
We'll do that tomorrow.
Tomorrow. I promise you. I can tell you that where we're at, it looks very much like this. We're showing these off the other night. This is the neighborhood that we're in right here. This is what I have to tolerate for the next 3 months. How the hell am I going to do that? I have no idea. Good morning, Bagel Gang. Is this also secret location, Bruce? It doesn't look like a Motel 6 to me. This doesn't look like a Motel 6, does it? Thumbs up, guys. How are you doing, everybody? Thank you for being here. We're opening up in 7 minutes. Let's see what's going on. Dana, never forget the time I was over limit at the airport. I had to choose what to take off. I ended up having to take off a giant bottle of mouthwash. Yes, that is the worst. That is just pointless to take that long. Take that with you. Oh man. Lighten Up says, Uncle Bruce, happy to hear about your adventures. In addition to the stocks, we're all here for more than money and trades. When are you and Jen going to check that thing out at SoFi Stadium? I would really like to check that place out. I got to admit. From the air, wow, just wow. We'll see. Oh my gosh. Clay is saying, I don't get this SPIR. I'm kind of happy it dropped where I could get 250 more shares, but at 7-Eleven it just kept going down. So frustrating. Yeah, I have to tolerate this. How am I supposed to survive? How am I going to be talking about the markets, living in this harsh environment here? I tell you, the only place to find snow around here is to go to the top of a mountain. Not easy, I'll tell you that right now. But boy, what a treat driving into this complex yesterday after a long drive on those freeways. Coming in here, small 25-mile-an-hour speed limit with speed bumps on the roads every once in a while. Peaceful, gorgeous, man. Looking forward to hanging out. Definitely looking forward to hanging out. There you go. Not too far from here, like steps away. This is our view. Not cheap, but definitely worth it. Very good therapy. Very good therapy for a Canadian who desperately needs to get out. Man, wow, those views! Look at all those bumpy hills. Oh man, I were. I don't golf anymore. I used to golf. I used to live to golf, but I don't golf much anymore. But we were so tired last night, so exhausted. No time to even get to the hot tub last night. No, there's no way. I had to get some sleep in to get up this morning. No way. 4 minutes to the opening, guys. I'm definitely breaking windows in that golf course. Oh man, I'm going golfing today. Cool hand. Thanks, Cool Hand. I'm here for you. 24/7, man. 24/7. I'm here. I'm not just on the air. I'm here off the air too. You got it. So if you're on the green, why are the stonks red? Hey, why is that? Right? That's right. Why? We're down 230 on the pre-market with 3 minutes to go on the Dow. We're down 32 on S&P. We're down 117 on Nasdaq. The losses so far are less than 1%, but like two-thirds to three-quarters of a percentage point. It's not much of a down dip here. We shall see. Spire is at 678, up 7 cents at the moment. 23andMe, 808. Let's see. Bank of America plans to raise minimum wage to $25 an hour by 2025. Well, that's 3 years from now. 4 years. Would make sense. From 21 to 25, it makes sense. Yeah, inflation. Okay. How are we doing otherwise? IBM, 142.99, down 16 cents. Apple, 139.55, down 156 right now. Okay. What else is going on? Microsoft, 285.87, 285.87, down 289. Okay. We are better than we were. These stocks are better than they were a few hours ago. They weren't that far off. They're not that far up. Let me get that over there. ATIP unchanged. We are about to open here in just a minute and a half. So stand by, kids. We're getting closer. I can see CNBC behind me here on the TV. Oh my gosh. It's like being in the real world. Spire, 677. And Sextera, 873, down 9 cents. All pre-market indications. GameStop right now, 169.99, off $2.19. Okay, we're just about there. We're just about there. So let me pop this up over here. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. Really appreciate this. Nice to have you with me today. Let's see what this market wants to bring us as we are getting ready to, open things up here for the first day of trading from California. That's right, for me, at least for Jen and I here from California. It's been a long long time, I'll tell you. Let's see what we can do. The bells will be ringing. They should be. Yep, they're showing up there. They're clapping. Yay! We're back. All right. Well, let's see what happens. We're opening for trading, kids. We'll see how the markets do for us this morning. Is there anything good or what is going on? We're down at the moment on the Dow. Waiting for the final shift to come through here. Let me get through that. Let me get through that. Let me get through that. There we go. Okay. Early trades are coming through right now. Rocket Lab right now 14.40, down 19 cents at the moment. We've got SoFi showing a 15.96 initial opening with 481,000 traded on the initial shot. GameStop 170.50, down 167, a little higher than the pre-market indicated. Matterport 1784, 1780, down 39 cents right now. We've got 23andMe at 810, down 6 cents on 33,000. Smart Rent down 35 cents, although that might still be last night's quote. We got Spire, looks like it is up 8 cents, 679, 41,000 traded right now. The Dow is now registering a 248 negative start, 35 negative on S&P, negative 136 on NASDAQ, oil down 72 cents. That is kind of where we left off the pre-market. All right. What else we got here? ATIP up 4 cents to 371. Sextera down 24 cents at 858. AMC down 24 to 36.82. We got Robinhood down a penny. We have Vanek Vectors down 261 to 250 a unit. Home Depot down a buck. IBM down 67 cents. The Dow now down only 206. Now it's down 183. The market is coming on the Dow. Microsoft down 226. Apple down 166. Tesla down 33 cents. Royal Caribbean down a nickel. Goldman down 223 to $383 a share. We are seeing a market not off as much as we had suspected it might be. It looks like it's a little better here. Down 167 on the Dow, definitely improving. Down 35 on S&P. We're down 136 on NASDAQ at the moment. That's where we're at on this market. Welcome one, welcome all to Palm Desert, California, where your buddy Uncle Bruce is hanging out now in a top secret location as we get through the early winter stages here. The Nomads, Bruce and Jen, are on the road. We welcome you to the show, the channel, the journey. 141 is the downdrift on the Dow. The Dow is definitely on an improving track here. As far as the worries of a continued ugly trend not happening, we're off a bit, but not much. Now down 147. And as we are looking at early morning returns, let me take a look at the losers on the Dow right now would be Boeing, down 1.1% to 250 a share. United Healthcare down half a percentage point. Microsoft is down 0.5%. Apple down 1.2%, down $1.70. Visa down 0.75 of a percentage point. Walt Disney down 0.7. So we're not seeing serious drops, less than 1% drops at the moment. The only winners, as far as any uptick at all, McDonald's and Walmart at the moment, just either holding their own or just ahead. But at the moment, all 30 Dow stocks are quote, down, but down slightly. The worst loser, United Healthcare down 350 a share, Boeing down 219, Apple down 191, Microsoft 177. Those are your losers. I mean, we're not seeing $4, $5, $8, $10 drops at all. We're seeing a very slight pullbacks at the moment. That's where we're at. Dow down 152, and the S&P down 25, NASDAQ down 108 points. There's the latest on the markets, everybody. My anxiety was high yesterday not having Uncle Bruce time, says Birdie. I missed you, Bruce. A Hungry Grizzly says, welcome to the red zone. And Auntie, what's housing the markets to be so red today? Don't think this is going to last. I don't think there's much red going to last here. Let's see. We're choppy. We're up 300. We're down 300. We're up today. At the moment, we're down a bit, but we're not down 300. Let's see. Yeah, Nelson, you got it. Let's go. Everything. Let's go. Time to go. Larry, thanks, buddy, for ringing the bell. I appreciate it. Pardon me, folks. Nice to see you here, buddy. Still problems in China. We're going to watch that as usual. What we have here, let's see what we got right now. Here we go. We've got Rocket Lab down only 9 cents to 14.50. We've got SoFi down only a dime to 16.15. We've got GameStop at the moment down 3.89 at 168.29. We have Matterport now at 18.20, up a penny. It just turned green. 23andMe down 6 cents. Smart Rent down 13 cents. Spire down a penny at 6.70. We have ATIP down 3 cents, and Sixter down 24. So pennies are the moves at the moment. A turnaround is very doable here. We could have a whole bunch of green in not a long time from now because this market is really not that red. Let's see. I'm buying small amounts of Matterport each day, and of course, SoFi with any dry powder. I procured said cheddar. Good move there. FS Pano, Uncle Bruce, would you sell a put on AMC at 30? Would you write a put on AMC at 30 for January around 500 US dollar premium? So you'd bring in $500 if you wrote a put on AMC at 30. Well, the stock's 36.60. So if you have the confidence that the shares can hold the $30 level or higher, you keep all $500. They'd have to go down to 25 for you to break even on that trade, like to only break even. If they went to 24, you'd lose $100. So $24 is the price where you lose money on this arrangement. I'd write that contract. Yeah, I'd write that contract. Don't think you're going to get exercised on that one. ME popping is at 1 cent. Yes, Auntie. So same as yesterday, she said. There you go. Right now, the markets, we have Rocket Lab down only 15 cents. SoFi unchanged. We have come back. GameStop down 3.29. Matterport down only 9 cents. ME down 7. Smart Rent down 13 cents. Spire down 15 cents. ATIP down 4 cents. Sixter down 30 cents. Robinhood up 4 cents. There's the occasional green bar here and there. IBM down 18, coming back. The Dow now down only 117. We were off 300-something points this morning at one point. Way off on the futures. Then we were down 250 for the longest time. 250 points on the Dow. We're now down only 147 at 117. We're coming on this market. This market is coming back. S&P down only 19 now, and NASDAQ's only down 73. The NASDAQ is down 0.51. The Dow's down 0.37 of a percentage point. There is no serious wave of selling panic anywhere. Just is not. There's too much cash looking for a place to go for a decent return. That's where I see what's going on. The 10-year did touch 157 for its high yield, but the 10-year right now, 151.8. We have dropped. The interest rates have dropped this morning since the job report came out. Definitely, and it's still dropping. So we're on our way to 1.50 on the Treasury, on the 10-year. We might break 1.5 today. That is that's good for markets. It's good for the Dow. So and the S&P and for NASDAQ, especially NASDAQ, because if the argument is, well, if rates go up, I'm going to get out of the FANG stocks. By the way, I don't agree with that argument. I think that argument is silly. If interest rates go higher, I would be buying the FANG stocks. Why would I buy the FANG stocks? Because the companies I would buy in case of higher rates would be companies that can make more money, companies that can improve their earnings. You buy the companies that are on fire. Well, who's on fire? The FANG stocks are on fire. They're economically doing great. They are piling on their revenues, and that's who I'd be acquiring. I wouldn't be abandoning these stocks. I'd be buying them. But what can I say? The markets are the market. Let's see. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Mickey PVX says Australia's LAT Connect 60 extends subscription to Spire's vessel tracking data, according to Benzinga. Spire is, of course, down on the news. It was down yesterday. It's down at the moment 1 penny on the day. I think we can live with that if if that's the downside of it. We'll take it. Let's go up from here. AB, hey, thank you for this donation. Appreciate it. California's expensive. Welcome to the US of A, says AB. I read that Spire dumped because the verbiage of when pipe guys can dump wasn't airtight. Thoughts? I think Spire's going up regardless. Yes, I completely agree. This release, this so-called press release or filing that was done, last week, that seems to indicate that that there a whole bunch of stock could come free trading. It's a bunch of hooey. It's a bunch of poo-poo. It's a bunch of poop. There is no way that the pipe investors who pay $10 a share each are in any way eager to sell Spire shares. They never were. They're not in any hurry to do so now because they are aware of just what this company is doing and going to be doing. They're also very supportive of the takeover of Exact Earth, the company that they announced that they were taking over, 3 weeks ago. They're very much behind this move. To bring Exact Earth in as shareholders, as fellow shareholders of this company, is a very positive thing for the company overall, because of course it gives them access to the existing client base that Exact Earth has, their cash flows, their prospects, you name it, but also a lot of talented people. There's no way the SPAC people, the pipe people, want out. They bought in at 10. They bought in for a 5-year investment minimum. They're looking for a 5-year growth pattern here. And I think that what they believe is going to happen is that this company, Spire, is going to continue to do acquisitions and become a larger player in this space, much larger player. The stock is destined for the $30 to $50 range. That's why they paid $10 a share. They're not going to panic out because it's sitting at $6.70 because some short sellers are squeezing the stock or holding it down. They're not going to bother with that. What I would love to see happen, though, I gotta say, is I would love to see if somebody can round up a group of serious players and say, all right, let's put the boots to these short sellers, because these short guys are squeezing the stock down here. They're crushing it. They're keeping it down here. Why don't we gather up a group of investors and just buy up everything they want to sell and just bankrupt these guys? And we'll just buy this stuff up to $11 a share. Anything they want to sell, we'll take it off them. They'll eventually run out of money and chutzpah, and they'll give it up. And when they give it up, they'll run it to $20, because from 11 to 20 is where they're going to take it when they try to get out of their positions. That's what I'd like to see happen. I'd like to see an Elon Musk type personality take on the Spire haters. I haven't seen one yet. I haven't seen it happen yet. Is it being amassed off camera? Are there people whispering? I think there's a lot of money to be made here. A ton of money to be made here. These shares will eventually reach the $10, $12 level. It could be on the 16th of October. Well, let's put it this way. The 15th is a Friday, so the 16th, 17th, 17th, 18th of October, the Monday, could be the day the stock takes a pop, because the contracts expire on the 15th, and these guys are probably out of it by that point in time. I could be wrong, but I might be right. I'd like to see a run on this stock before the 15th of October to really make it hurt and teach these guys a lesson to stay out of this stock's wheelhouse. But that's just me. But yeah, I really think that that stock has tremendous upside here. Kristen with a C, Calgary with a C, California with a C. Just show me some cash with a C. That's right. Joe, SoFi schedules news conference call for third quarter results November the 10th. They're already doing. I love this. I love how they do this. They can't wait to talk to us about how well they're doing. I love this. Good news for us, I think. Don wrote that AMC put for 30 strike expiry filled with 555 US. Thank Uncle B. Well done, FS. Take the cash. Yeah, I would. I am scooping up so many Spire calls, and I'm even considering starting the wheel with Spire. Discovered last night that they have great premiums, even better than Rocket Lab. Spire, there's money in them there hills. I really think so. Nelson, the Wall Street Bets needs to get behind Spire before the 15th of October. I agree. I think this is so obvious. This manipulation is so in our face. You can't miss it. This is complete nonsense. We've had 126,000 shares trade today. Uh, why is it at 656? It was at $19 3 weeks ago. They're in the middle of a takeover. This takeover is going to make the company very much more profitable. They're scoring contracts, government contracts. You know how hard it is to score a government contract from any government anywhere. You know how difficult it is. You know how many hoops you have to go through. Do you know how many security clearances you have to go through? Do you know how legitimate you have to be? You have to have money in the bank. You have to be able to deliver the contract. You don't. Governments just don't hand out these contracts. I'm talking about Australia, the Europeans, the Americans. You can't just procure these government contracts because you think you want to. These require delicate discussions, deep paperwork, serious due diligence. This 662 stock, this is a joke. This is a joke. You can buy the options all you want. You can buy $5 contracts, 750 contracts, or you could just buy the paper for 662. It's the cheapest contract you're ever going to get. It never expires. This stock should be picked up by everybody. Yes. Michael, latest data shows the largest indicative order rate increases among liquid option include Spire, 186%, up 88%. Wow, that's amazing. Pretty obvious what's going on here. B Fitz, Bruce, welcome back. January was so far away back in May. Now we're 3 months away again. For us call holders, can we realistically expect movement in such a short time, especially with market issues? I'm nervous. Yes, we can expect serious movement in our stocks. We have seen it already. We've seen movement in our shares. They can at any time explode. Look what's happening here, right? Just in the last, 15 minutes, 17 minutes. Rocket Lab started down 30 cents. It's now up 6. SoFi is now down only 6 cents. GameStop still down 3 to 6. Matterport up 7 cents. It was down 40 cents. ME is down only 11. Only down 13 on SmartRent. Only down 11 on Spire. Down 6 cents on ATIP. Down 23 on Sextera. These are nothing moves. These are nothing burger moves. Penny moves to the downside on some of these stocks. They're going to have dollar up moves. And for your shares to pop $1 or $2 a day for 4 or 5 days in a row would be nothing. Some of these stocks can go from the $8 to $20 range in a week. They can go from 12 to 25. They can go from 6 to 15. All of them are at any time able to explode right in front of our eyes. And the options that you all have with January contracts, you will easily be able to look at rollovers if you want to into perhaps April's, May's, or June's, or you'll take an up move on your contracts, sell them out, and just buy the stock and get ready to start writing contracts against these positions. Get ready. Uncle Bruce needs some thumbs up, says John. Thank you, John. Nelson, I just can't believe this is legal. I just can't believe it, how they keep this thing down here. Rocket Lab is scoring government contracts too. Space Force, so awesome. Exactly. Rocket Lab gets the satellites up to space. Spire manages them. Keep in mind, every time Spire gets a contract to manage orbiting satellites, who else are you going to give the contract to if you don't want them anymore? I mean, come on. Are there 25 companies that can manage your satellites after you've been using Spire for 5 years? Once you've used Spire, who are you going to switch to? And why would you? These guys are adding government after government after government and other departments and other companies, other agencies to their list of clientele. These guys have passed the smell test with the most senior clients there are. Government agencies are the very pickiest of pickiest people. We're talking sensitive information going up and down between Mother Earth and satellites. Spire is the company of choice of these companies. The fact that these morons have actually tried to short the stock, they're not shorting Spire, the company. That's not what they're doing. They don't hate the satellite business. What they're doing is they're taking advantage of a thinly traded, brand new listed company called Spire Global. and the fact that they can manipulate it with not a lot of volume. That's what they're up to right now. I'm waiting for some savvy investors on the other side to say, I see through you guys. And I'm betting with the company long term rather than betting against the stock short term. Is either betting against the stock or betting with the company. And I think what should be happening here is a lot of existing shareholders should be just doubling their positions instantaneously. You got 1,000 shares, go to 2,000 shares. You got 100, go to 200. Double up your stock and buy it up. Because every time stock disappears off the street, these guys have a tougher time to borrow it. The tougher the time to borrow it and the more expensive it gets, the Wall Street Bets crowd will pounce on these guys. Absolutely pounce on them. I'm looking for 25 million people to try to buy 1,000 shares each. They won't be able to get it down here. They won't be able to get it under 15. There's no way. They'd be lucky to get it under 25. For those of you watching here, you can take advantage of this absolute giveaway of stock, artificially being suppressed by people who have a specific day in mind. 9 days from now, the 15th of October at the bell, they're trying to keep this thing under 750 a share. That's the deal. If they keep it under 750, every contract under 750 is worthless. If they keep it under 10, then every contract 10 and over is worthless. If they keep it under 1250, 1250 and over is worthless. Well, they need, I think, 750 or less. Maybe they need 7 or less. Maybe they need 5 or less, and they still have to get it lower. Maybe. I can't tell you. I don't know their books. But looking at the open interest of contracts that expire next week, Friday, it's obvious to me what I've seen so far. 750 or less has to be the price of this stock next week, Friday. And that's the war. This thing breaks 750, they lose tens of millions of dollars. If this thing breaks $10 by next week, Friday, they lose maybe hundreds of millions of dollars. Nothing would make me feel better because not only do they lose that much, they now have got to unwind their positions, which means they got to get into the stock, which you now own. They got to buy it from you. They got to buy the contracts from you going forward. There's a lot of upside here, but someone's got to step up. That's all I can tell you. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. Here, my broker is paying me 28.5% to borrow my Rocket Lab shares. They are really running out of shares to borrow. The shorts are running out of bullets on this stock. Isn't this interesting? It's at 14.45. Rocket Lab down 14 cents at this moment in time. SoFi down 3 cents. GameStop down 4.94 to 167. Matterport down 4 cents. ME down 14. SmartRent down 13. Spire down a dime. We have ATIP down 11 and Cyxtera down 23 cents. So we have a little bit of pressure there. But again, it's pennies, not dollars. IBM down 83 cents. The Dow now down 293 at the low of the day. Give me the sellout. Give me the washout. Because if this is it, if we had a tentative start to the day and now we have a little panic washing out, people clearing out what they got to clear out, do it now. Get out of the way and then get over there to the side lanes. Leave the HOV lane to me and the passing lanes to the rest of us. We have places to go, things to do. This market's going higher, but we got to go lower before we go higher. Maybe this is the final washout. Let's do it. I tell you right now, the Dow is off 293. It's the worst performer. The NASDAQ is not following. It's only down 0.59 percentage point. It's down 86 points. The NASDAQ has already had its drop off. And I think the NASDAQ is telling the Dow, we're not going with you. You're on your own if you want to go lower, but we're not going with you. Interesting to watch. The Dow 30 right now, the worst performer. United Healthcare down $5.20. Goldman down $5. Boeing down $3.60. Caterpillar down $3.10. Why is Goldman down $5? Because interest rates are plummeting. The U.S. 10-year note is continuing to rise. It's at 1.51%. It was at 1.57, 1.58 the other day, even this morning. The 10-year U.S. note is coming on. It's the interest rate's dropping, but the value is rising. Most interesting market. As far as the markets go, if I can get my thing to work. Here we go. The Dow now down 335. We've got S&P down 38, NASDAQ down 101. Alrighty, again, losers: Goldman, United Healthcare, Boeing, Caterpillar, Home Depot, Walt Disney down 267, Chevron down 210, American Express down 2, Honeywell down 189. Those are your losers. Best performers: Walmart up 6 cents, Walgreens down 26, Procter and Gamble down 35, Verizon down 43, Coca-Cola down 44. Remember, we always drink Coca-Cola. We need telephones all the time. That's Verizon. Procter and Gamble and Walgreens, you need your drugs, you need your household appliances and household services and cleaners. And then Walmart, hey, who doesn't need Walmart every day, 7 days a week? You always need Walmart. And so that's why they're not dropping. They're not in trouble. The consumer of America is consuming and would like to consume more if only they could get the product. What else is going here? Hey, Uncle Bruce, try out Townie Bakery. They actually boil their bagels. Yummy. Garns, is that on March? I don't know what that means. Michael, it's being manipulated to stay below a certain price, so options expire worthless. There it is. Current borrow fee for Spire, 185.9%. Unbelievable. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, well, here we go. You think these satellite rocket plays like Rocket Lab and Spire are going to be the new Boeings and Lockheeds in 20, 40 years? Why didn't I own 1,000 of these shares at 15? They split 4 times. It's true. If you invested in those Lockheeds and Boeings way back when, they would have made you millionaire many times over. That's what it is. Let's go. Yeah, see, Auntie, you were reading last night, Rito was spooked by the amount of shares they're offering. They're not offering 80 million shares. This is the what's being missed by the market as a whole. The company is not offering any stock at all for sale. They have already issued all this stock. All the shares of Spire are out there now. They've long been issued out there. It's a question of how many are free trading and not free trading. The thinking was, oh, well, if all of the shares of Spire, if 80 million shares become free trading now, well, doesn't that mean people can sell it? Well, technically, yes, you could, but would you? If the stock's at 663, would you actually sell Spire at 663, having just paid $10 for it 6 months ago? I don't think so. You're an institutional investor. You're a pension fund. You're buying Spire for the next 5, 10, 15 years. Do you care that it dropped $3 from short selling activity and you're going to get out now? No, you're not. It's not unlikely. It wouldn't surprise me that a number of institutions are watching this very closely and thinking, we might want to buy more of this stock on the open market, and we'll just average ourselves down. We'll buy up a bunch of free trading stock because, after all, it is free trading, whatever we buy in here. Why don't we just buy this stuff up? Now, are they under restriction that they can't? I don't know. I don't know what the restrictions are, if they have any or not. But to me, this isn't an 80 million share offering of stock. No, it's not. It is a realization that of the 133 million shares out there, 80 million were restricted, and it's a possibility, and only a possibility, that the 80 million that were not able to trade might be eligible to trade. But they're not going to trade. The president isn't going to sell a stock. The VP, the directors, the insiders, the institutions that own this stock, the board of directors that are represented by large institutional investors, they're not going to sell this stock because that means they're walking away from the company. They're not walking away from this company. They just organized a takeover of another company. They're expanding this company. There is no walking away going on whatsoever. The shares are artificially being crushed down here at the moment. Anything going on with CYXT, Bruce? I haven't seen anything SVT. I haven't heard anything yet. The stock is telling me nothing going on at the moment, 858. Nothing corporately that I can pin my hat on. As soon as I see something, no, I'll be talking about it. If anyone hears anything, please let us know. How many shares of Spire do we need to buy to create the short squeeze? I don't know what the number is. Is it a couple of million? Is it 5 million shares? Is it 10 million? I don't think we don't need 100 million shares of buying. Keep in mind that there's only 133 million shares in existence. The market cap of the company right now is $998 million. It's not even a $1 billion company at the moment. At this price, it's being kept under $1 billion market cap. Um, I think there's 3 or 400 million in cash in the treasury of the company. So if there's 400 million cash and it's worth a billion, 40% of the value of this stock is made up of cash. Cash. These guys are not going out of business. They're just fine, thank you. And I think they're going to continue to expand. But what this stock could use are some investors who pick this stuff up, who are not covering a short position, are actually going long and just tuck it away and grab this stuff as it is being handed over by, it's being sold to you by shorters. They're trying to keep it here. And I think that every share you buy off these guys and don't give back under 15 will cost them hundreds of millions of dollars in losses. That's my take on it. But I don't see the market stepping up at this point in time to rescue it. Not at the moment. 126,000 shares, it's not happening. But that's what's got to happen. It's got to start somewhere. Ground floor, maybe. So that's how Canadians travel, huh? Smucker's jelly and Lindt chocolates. Oh, yeah. We have provisions, nothing about clothing, other incidentals. Clothing? Well, we come into a warm climate. What do you need clothing for? It's like you travel out of care in the world. That's right, baby. No worries. We drive naked on the highways in a Tesla. It's got tinted windows. I'm not offending anybody. We're fine. Seeking Alpha has highly recommended Spire. The author said he is selling cash secured puts right now. And that's what I would be really looking at for you guys. I would be recommending you look at cash secured puts on Spire. Pick off, sell off Spire puts that are going to give you a big fat premium. I would absolutely be looking at that. I agree. Auntie, that's a good point you make there. Clay is saying, Michael, that news is interesting on Spire. If the borrow rate is high for options, there might be a lot of short calls. And stock is also drive price down to make money on both sides. Let's see. Dana, good to know, Auntie. I've been buying like crazy. Chicago Transit. Is it me or does it seem like the hedges are becoming exceedingly efficient at digging themselves into holes? These guys could be in big trouble on Spire if they get caught on this thing. Fair Markets Ace says, Mike. Dana, wow, you took those picks from the plane. You got really low. Oh no! Oh, I got a purple bagel, says Coyote. Nicely done, Joe. My US 10-year may break below 1.5. Yes, the 10-year might well do that. Michael Deirdre, senior vice president, October 21, sold 89,000 of Apple for 12.4 million. He could have possibly bought a contract. He could have exercised an option to buy, but he had to sell stock to pay the tax bill. That could be going on. Not uncommon there. Okay, Uncle, I just picked up another 500 shares of Spire. Picking them up. Paper hands would sell at 6. Mr. Seneca, have been snapping up Spire shares and calls the last couple of weeks. Can't wait to see this come back up. Andy, I just got another February 750 call for $1.20. I have about 13 more to buy. My goal is at least 20. I'm going to be buying a better car. There we go. I guess the number freaked them out. I'm kind of glad to have a car purchase to have to fund. Rocket Lab has low volume, says Adventures. Dana, hey everybody, what are the lowest Spires? What are the lowest Spires for me? Mine are 657 on the hunt for lower prices. Oh, I see. You're trying to get the lowest price for your Spire shares. That's what you're trying to do. 662 right now is the last trade, and the low trade of the day, 655 on Spire Global. That's what we see there. The Dow at the moment down 446. Bring us the blowout. Bring it on. Come on, give it to me. I don't want this 200-300 point crap. Give me 1,000-point drop. You want out? Hit me with it. Get it over with, and then move on. The market will go higher. We're down 53 on S&P. Nasdaq down 166. The Dow is down 1.33%. Nasdaq down 1.1, trying to actually catch up to the Dow. Maybe we got a flush out going on. That would be a healthy thing. We'll see what happens. You know what this means, of course. The lower the Dow goes, the higher your stocks get. You know how that is, right? Because your stocks always go up when the Dow goes down. It's kind of goofy. What can I tell you? Let's see. For what it's worth, there's only 1% short interest on Spire, according to the latest data. I think the data is a little behind. Might be a bit inaccurate at this point, okay? Robert, I bought 100 Spire yesterday. I really like the company. I see big potential in the long run, especially with the climate changes really kicking in. Yeah, that's right. Every country in the world is desperate for satellite coverage of their territory. data transmission capabilities, security, satellite technology. It's the only way. Must be done, and you have to deal with it as a company that has passed the smell test with the U.S. government, the European governments, and others. Spire, absolutely. That's it. Cheddar, I assume that data is old. I think you're right. Nicholas, warm climate. This is California in the dead of winter. I fear freezing to death every day between now and June. I mean, this is terrible. Last night we came out of Costco and walked to the car, and where the Costco is located here in the desert, it's right near Highway 10. It's windy there. It's kind of windy. Of course, all Costco's are somewhere where it's windy. That's how they work. That's how they operate. What is 88 degrees? 88-degree weather as we're coming out of the store for the car. I'm looking at Jen going, well, we're back in the desert. It's 88 and it's pitch black dark out and it's 88 degrees. Oh my gosh. The premiums are definitely big and fat, says anti-PC on those puts. S3 data is current as of yesterday's close, says Peter. Deep value. How soon do you think GameStop will issue a dividend? I have no idea. No idea what GameStop is up to. No one knows. Like, I mean, no one. No one knows. They're not talking. They're not talking. Deep value. I'm hoping for that as well, but I need to buy more shares first. Spire, probably they search for gold in a hole. Joe, Goldman Sachs is the new heartbreaker. Cheddar, Peter, what's your source? I'm showing that SU data from 9:15, which makes much more sense. Island Girl, I don't understand how options expiring are worthless. Benefits whomever is shorting. Well, if you wrote a call for $5 and it becomes worthless at the end of its term, you don't buy it back. It dies worthless. You keep the $5. That's $500 a contract. 10 contracts, $5,000. 100 contracts, $50,000. Do the math. 1,000 contracts, $500,000. I mean, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of contracts that were written on Spire at $750 and levels all the way up to $20, all expiring next week Friday. They're all worthless, technically worthless, because they're out of the money right now. The shares are below the exercise price. 750 and higher, all are worthless right now. And so if you are sitting on tens of thousands of contracts at various price points, it's in your best interest the shares stay below the exercise price of the contracts you own. And that's why 750 is the big number. Next Friday is the big day. Between now and then, the fireworks might be on. Michael, no way that data is current, Peter. Short interest rose to 186% rate recently. Cheddar, not saying you're wrong, but I bet that it's higher as of right now. That was definitely shorting on Spire after 9:15, which I'm showing as the latest short interest data. This is so old, this info. Grab more February 22 750s on Spire at 115. It's going to be a nice payday. Benville, deep value. As I understand, company needs to make profit first in order to issue a dividend. GameStop is not there yet, so close by so far. Not even close by that. Yeah, they're losing $100 million a year at this point. Technically, give or take, they're adding their new distribution centers. They're closing stores out. They've paid off debt, so their interest rates just dropped $20 million a year. I mean, the company's on its way to profitability. It's well on its way that direction, but they're not in the direction to pay dividends. Dividends typically are cash. Typically. I've heard nothing from any source that confirms to me that anything is coming out of GameStop, cash or anything else at this moment. Peter, it's not inaccurate. It shows no more than 1.5 short interest per day in the last 30 days. This is a paid daily service, not the old stale exchange report. Clay, Island Girl, if I sold $10 calls and the price is $7 now, I'm keeping everything that I sold for the $10 call for. Exactly. It's keeping the insurance premium. Absolutely right. It's like selling car insurance. I buy car insurance from you, and I give you $150 a month, and I never make a claim. You keep $150 a month from me until I make a claim. If it takes me 5 years to make a claim, I've paid you $7,500 over 5 years or more, and I make a claim for $2,000, and you accept the claim. You finally pay me $2,000 for my claim, and you're still up $5,000, and I'm still paying you $150 a month, maybe now $200 a month, maybe I'm paying you $250 a month because I made a claim. Insurance is a great business. That's what writing options is all about. You're the insurance company reloading. Let's see if there's great deals to be made on Spire or ATIP tomorrow. Mike, Peter, short interest not provided daily by the hedge funds. Free thinker. Yeah, that's right. No one knows what's going to happen with GameStop. No one is supposed to know. Uncle Bruce, what brought GameStop to this level from the 200s or 180s that were not that long ago? Why are the shares here on GameStop? We're at 167.69. We were 155, 160 about 3+ months ago before the latest earnings period came up, and the shares shot up to 232, something like that. They couldn't do much, and then they backed off to the 220, and then they just backed off again. And here we are, coming back to 155, 160 again. Looks like, I don't know if it's going to, but it's slowly but surely dribbling. A month from now, a month and a half from now, guess what? Next earnings quarter comes out. Will the stock build up again on anticipation that they're going to do something and talk? Every month that goes by that GameStop does not speak, the worse the shares are going to do. They're going to just not go up as high as they used to go. They're not going to go as far and as fast. There won't be as much volume. It becomes a very frustrating stock to hold. And so I keep coming back to you folks. Go to my website, stockmarkerswithbruce.ca. Watch the lessons I've put out there on how to write options against the stocks you already own that you believe in, companies you like. Learn how to take money off the table for free. Get paid to hold your shares and live off of it, or buy more shares with it. Get richer because of it. GameStop is a classic example of a company that can make you a lot of money every Friday afternoon at the bell. You can write contracts right now. You can write GameStop 170 contracts right now that expire this Friday, and take advantage of the premium if you want to go after it. You can write literally contracts. Excuse me. You can write GameStop contracts right now that are 165s. You can write 170s. You can write just all kinds of them to bring cash in for this Friday or next week's Friday's options or the Friday after that. The option premiums are phenomenal on GameStop. Same with AMC and others. You could write put contracts on GameStop and say, thank you, may I have another, and take the cash. For an example, if you wrote $1 and $170 contracts on GameStop right now for this Friday, GameStop is at 167 right now. You want to write contracts that die in 2 days. The 170s will pay you right now about $275 a share. $275 a contract. You got 100 shares, you can bring in $275 if the stock stays under 170 between now and Friday. That's all your money. You want to write 167.50, so that's just around the money right here. You can bring in $375, $380 a share at money for 2 days, 2.5 days. That's good cash. You want to go next week? Why don't you write a contract for next week, Friday? $170 price. $6 and about 40 cents is what you'll bring in for a 170. If you want to write a 167.50, you'll bring in about $740, $750 a share. You want to write a 165, you can bring in about $850 a share right now, writing a 165. For next week, Friday, that's 9 days. You're bringing in almost $9 a share, buck a day for every share you have. Nothing wrong with that. On the other hand, you could write a put. Now, if you did that, let me take a look here. I'm just going to try to make an adjustment for my big-ass iPad here. If you want to write puts on your GameStop, here we go. The stock's 167.19. You could write a 167.50 put on your GameStop, which is right at the money. You'll be paid $4 and about 75 cents right now to guarantee to buy 100 shares at 167.50. You'll get 400 of it up front, so you're only paying 163. You want to write a 165 contract for this Friday, 2 days, you'll get paid $3.25. You want to guarantee to buy 100 shares of GameStop for $160 for this Friday. The stock's at 167 right now. They'll still pay you 160 a share to, quote, guarantee to buy it if the stock drops. You can take a chance if you want to do that. Next week, Friday, here we go. You can write puts on GameStop for next week, Friday. $170 puts. You can bring in about $10 a contract. You can bring in $10 a contract. So you're actually paying 160 if you were to be exercised. You want to write 167.50s for next Friday. You'll get $850 right now. $850. You're paying $159 for this stock. Uh, this is free money that I wouldn't have a problem with. If you have the ability to buy 100 shares at $167.50, get paid 900 up front, you need to come up with $15,800 to buy 100 shares of stock. 165s 750, 162.50s are paying $6. The 160s are paying about $5. The puts for next week Friday, $500 to buy 100 shares for $160 a share. So you're in effect paying 155. I like that deal. I like the premiums on GameStop that can come your way. Even being an option writer, pretty darn good opportunity there to make cash. All right. Let's see. Now, Peter is going here. I pay for the service. I logged in to check. 1.03% in this morning's estimate. 186% increase is very little. Is still very little. Michael, short positions are not reported daily. Cheddar, I'm not saying what you're seeing is wrong. I'm thinking from all the other factors shown, including the short report, there's no way it's that low. That's people just having different opinions. It's okay. It's all right. Veneville, free thinker. What do we know? What do we know? Is GameStop tanking every single day with no volume? No retailer wants to invest in GameStop at this price. Peter, no, they're not. They're not by the exchanges. That's why I pay for a service that calculates it daily. Bruce, there was an S1 filed by RJLB on the 9/24. That's September 24. Does that mean 40 million pipe shares coming to market will do the same thing to Rocket Lab that happened to Spire? Again, I just don't think so. Just because there's a filing doesn't mean there's going to be a drop off in the stock. A filing is just a filing. Companies have to do them all the time. All public companies have to do filings. Every quarter, you got to do your filings, so your financials. You always have to do updates. You always have to do institutional updates. Institutions have to do filings on their holdings. Just because there's a filing means nothing with respect to the price of the stock. It really doesn't make it an automatic one for one. Don't get fooled for that. All right. Pick knows this is the week I enable margin to play the other side of the chain. Buy more GameStop. Andy, good grab, Coyote. I've been trying to grab it 115 all morning and ended up getting it 120. I'll still take it. Cheddar, I can't dispute it because I don't honestly know enough and I have the right sources to do that. Just have to see the next monthly report compared. Again, these short reports are difficult to nail down. Institutions are under no obligation to report their short situations. If you short 5% of the company, you don't have to tell anyone about it under the SEC rules. You don't. You don't have to say a word. So good luck trying to figure this out. Jennifer is saying, Uncle Bruce, it sounds like a no-brainer to scoop up $7.50 contracts for February. We saw how fast the stock can move just a few weeks ago. Exactly. This stock can go up $2 on 50,000 volume. It can go up $6 on 500,000 shares of volume. Once Spire goes, it's gone. Right now, it is artificially being suppressed at these levels by pros, by trading, desk trader pros. These are not industry executives. They're not experts in satellite technology. They don't know anything about what the company does on a minute-to-minute basis. They're just playing the market. They see a stock that is thinly traded, thinly held, not followed by the big houses. They're manipulating it. And they've manipulated it by writing call options and buying puts. And they're sitting here trying to cash in on the low price of the stock. Hold it down through next Friday and let the options expire worthless that expire next Friday. That's what I think is what's going on. All right. Anyway, guys, no problems with the short thing. We'll just keep following it. Don't worry about it. Don't get yourself worked up about it. It is what it is. Let's just keep an eye on the stock itself. There you go. Veneville, free thinker, been there, done that, covered calls well. Just sitting back, not worrying about tanking. About a 160 put for October 15th. So there. The premiums are expensive for a reason. Nothing's free. I agree. Let's see. Bitcoin is up 54K now in the week. 16 grand in 1 week. Bitcoin is appreciating in price. Amazing. The Dow down 430 points. S&P down 47. NASDAQ down 118. I wonder on the Bitcoin, how much of that Bitcoin up move is being caused by the Chinese panicking with regard to their domestic economy and their domestic currencies and their domestic situations. And they're using surrogates to buy Bitcoin for them overseas, so it's not illegal. I kind of wonder how much Chinese money has found its way out of China in the last 2 years, 5 years, and is already sitting in Singapore, Tokyo, Jakarta, London, Paris, Frankfurt, New York, LA, everywhere. And this money is these funds that have been spirited out of China in every way possible. They're now using it to hedge it. They're hedging their money by buying Bitcoin. Really amazing. I don't know. We'll see what's going on here. Hey, Uncle Bruce, thinking of selling puts on Matterport. Any suggestions? Matterport, 1784 down 35 cents. Yeah, I like the idea of selling on Matterport. If you can get a good premium on your Matterport and you can offload right puts that are 1750s, 20s out into next year, I would look at that. But big fat premium is what you want. Absolutely. Sold my stock at 22 and I'm happy to get back in there. Write some GameStop cash covered puts if you can afford them, says Free Thinker. Yep, I agree. Mr. Seneca, Bruce, any thoughts about buying puts on Spire? Buying puts on Spire? Not a good idea. No. I think you're going to lose money if you buy puts. Right puts, yes. If you're going to sell them, yes. Anti-smart Jennifer, I didn't even realize they had May option last night. Can't wait to get some good powder so I can start writing puts. Free Thinker saying, you mean writing puts, Aspire? I just dropped. There's not much downside left. Yeah, you'd want to write puts. Let's see. Mr. Seneca. That's right. Writing puts. Okay. Yeah, it's writing. Gio Franco, can't buy this week. This is one of the weeks a month that I have to not eat for 2-3 days to afford my bills. Next week I'll be able to buy. Hang in there. Free Thinker, they report every 14 days and can simply adjust positions for reporting, then go back to whatever they were doing. Exactly. Our 750 Spire February 22 call contracts for 105, a good deal. Yep, they're being scooped up all morning by the gang here. Gregory, I stepped up on Spire, Bruce, from 0 shares to 3,000. Pick them off. Scoop these guys up and hang on to them and put the boots to these shorters. I think that's what has to happen here. Did you guys get tickets to the game at SoFi, possibly the Super Bowl by chance? Well, not yet. No one has sent me an email saying, Bruce, I love your show. Jen and I, we love you and Jen. We love how you have a bagel on the air every day, even sometimes when you have a bagel that's really not a bagel. We love you anyway. By the way, listen, Bruce, I'm a very well-connected individual. I think it would be a really good thing for your channel if you and Jen were to go to the Super Bowl. And I feel so strongly about this. Here are 2 complimentary tickets to the Super Bowl at SoFi Stadium. Bruce, you and Jen have yourselves a good time. And I know you'll make a great couple of videos all about it. I'm sure it'll be great for your channel. And I say thank you. So I say whoever out there has a couple extra tickets to the Super Bowl, and they're not, they don't need them, especially if they're like these corporate seats, like they're like in the suites. I'm more than happy to gratefully accept 2 tickets to the Super Bowl on behalf of Jennifer and myself. And I promise to do everything I can to highlight the experience in the best light possible on this channel and on Traveling with Bruce. You have my commitment on that. And so in advance, I'm thanking whoever it is out there that would like to forward Jennifer and I a couple of tickets to the Super Bowl. We would really appreciate it. We would appreciate it so much. So, in case there's any doubt, that, do you think they'd really like that? Yeah, they'd really like that. We'd really like that. Okay, there you go. Okay. Royal Caribbean finally going down. Been wanting to go below 90 here. Is it actually going down for reals? I mean, really, really going down. Royal Caribbean. Yeah, down 229, 88.72. It's actually going down today. That's cool. Goldman Sachs 380 down 543, but not plummeting. It's going to be fine. Rocket Lab at the moment down 34 cents to 14.25. SoFi down a dime. GameStop down 364. Matterport down 24 cents. ME down 29. Smart Rent down 56. Spire down 28. ATIP down 14. YBM is down $1.13. The Dow down 284, coming back on again. Another comeback after a 400-point pullback. Let's see what's going on. actually the pump in Bitcoin is mostly because of whatever that means. I guess it means it gets as a meme coin. What really impressive. I don't know what any of that means, Blair. I have no idea what that means. False. Added 600 more shares of Spire. Average down to 692. Scoop this stuff, you guys. Steal this stuff. 643 right now. Buy it. Mr. Seneca, how far out y'all looking right puts? February or May? Either or, Mr. Seneca, you're good. Either, absolutely either. Peter, every desk trader has the same short report I pay for. You want to believe fake news and wrath? Feel free. I'm not sure what to tell you. Again, it's not an argument. We all have our opinion on it. The reality is that Spire is being hit hard. I think there's a lot of derivatives trading going on, and I really believe the action on Spire is off the market. We know how many puts there are in the open interest. We know how many calls have been written on open interest. We know there's a zillion. But I have a suspicion that the derivatives market, which is off the not recorded anywhere, is massive, and we're already getting indications of that from certain sources. It is unreal, but I believe it's been the same for AMC and GameStop and many other shares for the entire year. I'm certain of it. All right. Auntie is saying 105, you lucky son of a gun. The credits average, Uncle Bruce, I missed you. Man, okay, so should I sell some Matterport in the money, $17.50 calls for January, since I think this correction will go another 2 weeks, or is it a bad idea? Well, $17.99 is the stock, and the range today, $17.75 to $18.40. So you can see what kind of range we're talking about here. This kind of stock can pop $2 to $3 in one day at any time. Matterport is now getting oversold. It went as high as, 22, 23. Here we are at 18 on. I think it's getting way oversold. And I just think a snapback rally of $3 or $4 is entirely possible. You may not want to be writing call options. You might not want to be doing that. All righty. The stock's at 640. What is fake news? Hey, maybe some people weren't vaxxed AMD and sold their tickets. That'd be cool. Let's see. What else is going on here? Austin is here. I missed you, man. SoFi just bouncing $16. It was at 15 forever. We have, let's take a look. SoFi right now, 16.16, down 8 cents. Mr. Seneca, free thinker, is thinking that if you're going to write a put, you should put it as far out as you can, willing to buy the stock at that price. It's all about what you think will happen and when. So the longer the contract, the more the premium, the longer commitment you're making, so you're going to be paid more. If you like the idea of writing a contract, and get a good premium for it, you deduct the premium against the price you have to pay for the stock. You like that net price, then write it. That's the way it is. Okay. Let's see. There's a meme coin going crazy. It reached in 24 hours, probably a whale participant in that too, and it's gone back with profits to Bitcoin made, for example, 150 yesterday using 500. Yeah, I'm just not into crypto. I'm just not getting into it. Who pays for something you can't get for free? Hungry, everyone is members. That's who. John, Gilbert, are you going to have a toasted hot dog bun tomorrow morning? That's about what I had here with sesame seeds on it. Hopefully, we will rectify this problem very quickly. I'll be on this show. I'll be on my afternoon show, and then we're on the hunt for bagels. So we got work to do. I tell you, Jen and I, we've got stuff to track down everywhere. Oh gosh, have we got work in front of us? Tons. The Dow only down 213 points. We have recovered quite a bit here so far this morning. The Dow reached 33,854. It's now 34,101. So that's 250-point recovery on the Dow to come back to here. So that is more than half recovered already. And that was rather quickly. Now we'll see if this market wants to put it into another gear and go higher again. Like I said, I really don't know if there's that much desire for institutional sellers to get out. I don't see it. I just don't see a lot of selling coming in here. Goldman is the loser of the moment with a drop of 427. That's actually improving. Boeing is down 380. United Healthcare down 340. Caterpillar down 320. American Express down 320. Those are the worst of them. The Dow Chemical Company and Home Depot are down $2 each. And then we have 3M, Disney, Travelers, Chevron. They're down in the $1.40 range, along with JP Morgan. Those are the worst. We now have actually 4 stocks in the green, where Salesforce.com has gone green, Walmart is still green, Procter and Gamble, and now Microsoft is green. Right, lurking, ready to go green would be Coca-Cola, Verizon, Intel, Walgreens, Visa, and Nike. They would not take much of a move in the market for them to turn it around quickly. So that's what we have. Yeah, we have 4 out of 30 Dow, 4 out of the 30 Dow stocks up, but we have 5 or 6 more just about to go up if this market improves any more than what it's been doing so far. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for the thumbs ups today. We have got 326 thumbs ups today from you wonderful people out there in the wide, wild world that follow me. I appreciate this so much. Jen and I are in Palm Desert, California. We are under dramatic stress here. We're under tremendous stress. The area around here is harsh environment. We have these trees that have virtually no branches all the way up until there's a few leafy things near the top. They call them palm trees, PALM, palm trees. Totally foreign to Canadians. We have no idea what's going on here. Very few trees with branches and leaves. And the leaves are all green. And we find that rather suspicious because this is October, and in Canada, most parts of Canada now have trees without any leaves on them. So these trees here act rather peculiarly, very different than Canadian trees. We're really curious about what this area is all about. The grass, too, is really odd. Mostly green grass around here. Again, it doesn't make much sense to us in Canada. We're getting ready for snowdrift. Here, they're talking about, how pretty the flowers are and how nice it is. And this is a very foreign element to us, a very foreign, very alien to us. So we're trying to adjust as quickly as we can, trying to figure out just what is really going on around here. I will report to you as accurately as I can, as often as I can, about the conditions outside this condo. It is just rather strange. That's all I can tell you. Anyway, there it is. There's the deal. Welcome one, welcome all. And nice to have you here. Okay, let's see. What else going on other than that? Let's go. Check the comments coming through here. Have you heard about the Fed minting a $1 trillion coin? Yeah, this talk comes up every year or so. Whenever there's a new talk about the new debt limit thing, they bring this up and then it fades away. No one really cares about that topic, to be honest. Why IBM? That's it. Why IBM? Why? I agree. Hey, Bruce, AB wants to know, when a call has a lot of life left in it, is the contract price and stock price close to one-on-one? Like the $8 call on Spire, if the stock went up to $9, would my contract go up nearly $2 or $3? Okay, so if this depends on what contract you are buying. Spire, for example. All right, so Spire right now is $6.44 a share. So if you're going to buy 750 contracts, you're $1.06 out of the money right now. The first $1.06, the stock goes up. This contract will only be at book value. It'll have time premium, which it does now. It'll have a value, all time premium. If the shares go to $8.50, $1 higher than $7.50, they're $1 in the money. Your 750s are $1 in the money. You're probably going to notice, though, that the contract might only go up 50 cents a share in value. 50 cents because premium has been added to it, $1 a share book value. But time value won't be as valuable anymore. It won't. It will not go up dollar for dollar, penny for penny. It might go up 50 cents. If it goes to $9.50, it's a $2 book value contract. Maybe it'll trade at $3.5. If it goes to $10.50, it's a $3 book value contract. Might be a $4.50 contract, something like that. So there will be shrinkage on the time value and growing, growth on the book value. That's typical. Now, once it hits $15, it's a $7.50 book value contract. It's probably going to be trading at $8, and then it'll go up dollar for dollar from there, most likely. Yeah. I missed the bagel. Albertsons didn't come through. No, Albertsons had something that looked like a bagel. It was round. It sort of had a hole in the middle, but not really. It was covered in sesame seeds, but it actually wasn't a bagel. It was more like a bun that looks like a bagel, but it's more like a dinner roll. It was spongy and it was a disappointment. What's going on with Spire? It's on sale for $6.34 right now. Super discount, super deal being manipulated by hedge funds and sellers, shorters. This is a buying opportunity. This thing will get squeezed, and when it goes, it will go. All right. Let's see. Seeing green golf courses in the desert are a testament to humanity's arrogance with nature. There you go. B, I don't know if LA has Publix, but they make good sesame seed bagels in their in-store bakery. You have to buy them individually, though. They're huge. That's what we had here. Huge Albertson bagel, thick, not a bagel. It's basically a bun with sesame seeds on it. Tio, I missed you big time. How dare you not sending me a message? Well, thank you for the donation, my man. I'm glad you're back, and I'm glad to be back. And we're here, and thank you very much for that. This is bagel money. We'll put this to good use. Enjoying the thunderstorms, Uncle Bruce? Thunderstorm? Yes, they were some a couple of days ago. We missed them. They left town by the time we got here. Shrinkage? No, Gio. We've been having lots of thunder and lightning in the last 2 days here in Southern California. Apparently, that's true. Up there, my limit order filled. SPIR dip. Way to go. You got it. Mr. Singh just picked up another 500 shares of Spire at $6.35. That is a bargain. This stuff is sitting here $6.35, $6.36 right now. The low of the day, $6.30. This is stealing paper from innocents. Anyone selling this not knowing what's happening, I pity them because they're being taken to the cleaners. Anyone selling this knowing what they're doing, they might be in for a shock. But again, 632 is where it is right now. Uncle Bruce, if my October 29 $16 call stays just in the money, but the stock maybe jumps to 18 on October, will they actually have value, or will they have the end of the value to be near worthless? Okay, so let me get this right. You have an October 29 $16 call. If the stock goes to $18 on the day of your expiry, your contracts will be worth $2 book value plus maybe 5 to 15 cents of time value towards the end of the day. So they'll be worth $2.15. That's what they'll trade at. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that's your question. Nice grab, Mr. Seneca. A high five, Mr. Seneca. Enjoy the chicken bake, Uncle Bruce. Chicken bake update. Last night, Jen and I, cheers to all of you from Palm Desert. Last night, Jen and I went for a quick reconnaissance mission into Costco. First thing we did is Jennifer went right to the alcohol section, and she found prices that are unbeatable for alcohol, which is amazing to me. So we got that done. Then we looked at the bagels, and there were none worthy enough of purchase. And then we picked up a few things that we brought here to the house. We went to the food court, and I ordered a chicken bake for myself, a hot dog for Jen. Sat down, and the hot dog was just fine. Jen says, just like I remember it. Love it. It's all good. Chicken bake, not the same. They've changed it. There's a new version of chicken bake. It's not the old chicken bake. It's nothing to write home about. I can tell you that right now. I only ate half of it. Very disappointed. Very disappointed. Everything about it is wrong. The old chicken bake, you cut it in half and it would leak. The juices would flow out of it. You cut this thing in half, nothing comes out. It's just the innards of a chicken bake is like paste. It's like a chicken bacon paste. It's ground chicken. It's been grounded into like a mush. The bacon bits are really fine, flavorless. Can't distinguish them. It's just soulless. It has no soul. And something happened with the chicken bake at Costco, and it wasn't good. Something not good happened with the Costco chicken bake. Don't know if it's across the country, but at this location, they're pretty sad. I won't be ordering another one. I can tell you that for a long time, unless I see a new look to them. Not good. Matterport, if it goes to 22 before the 15th of October, might I consider selling some and grabbing more Spire? Assuming Spire is held below that 750 and then it's on its way up. So if Matterport, if you got a couple of options here. If Matterport goes to 22 before the 15th of October, because this is the date that Spire is doing its thing, and the shares are still below this, down here at six something. You have a couple of options in front of you, a couple of choices. If you hold options now, you would be selling these options for a nice buck, obviously, and you can do whatever you want with the money. Buy some more Matterport contracts for the future, buy Matterport shares, right call options, or put the money into this one. My recommendation would be if you are long Matterport and you have at least 100 shares and they reach 22 or higher, I would look at writing Matterport call contracts, taking the premium money and using that to buy into Spire, so that you always have your mother position. You have your mothership. You own shares of a company that you can write options on, because your future 3 months, 6 months, a year from now will be, hopefully, might be, to live off of the option premiums from your portfolio and live well. So that no matter where in the world you travel to, no matter in the world you work, no matter where in the world you are, you can always write contracts against your portfolio that more than take care of your bills. And if Matterport, if you have 500 shares and you can write 5 calls at a time, you can bring in $250 per contract. Every time you write contracts, you're bringing in $1,250 every week or two. There's some nice income coming in. Whether it's income to live on, or whether it's dry powder to play with the market with, you're using your Matterport to grow, and grow. That's how I'd look at it. Zach, good morning. Bruce, welcome to California. Zach, thanks, buddy. We are here, and we're happy to be here in good old Palm Desert, California. Got up this morning. I tried to get up at 3. I set my alarm for 3. I opened my eyes after the alarm went off, and it said it was 4. I can't believe that the alarm went off and I slept another hour. I didn't feel I did that. So it's obviously the phone's fault. But we're here. It is dark when we woke up this morning, and so I'm glad to be here in California. And we're just settling in. Bruce, check Facebook, please. Facebook, FB. It is down $1.36. It was as low as $3.25 this morning. Around what would that be? 9:45 was it 3.25? It's now 3.31. Did touch 3.33, so it went positive and had almost an $8 gain today. Right now, down 148 on the day at 3.31, but it's certainly looking better than this morning. For the week, unfortunately, it's had a tough time. You can see here, last week it was here before we left for California. There it was 2 days ago, and now you can see here in the last 48, 24 hours, we're around here. We just had this little recovery right here, this little jump up right here, just a few minutes ago. Okay, that's what we got. This is the today's chart right here. Started low, went down, and now shot straight up. 331.02 is what I got it at right now on Facebook. Google's up $6. It's popped around, turned around dramatically. The Dow is down 259, but NASDAQ is flying higher. NASDAQ is only down 39 points right now. There's obviously something positive happening for the NASDAQ issues. It's got to be the FANG stocks. Let me take a little peek here. I've got Microsoft. Yes, Microsoft has turned it around. Is up $1.36. Look at Microsoft here. That's today. We opened a little higher, went straight down, and now straight up. Microsoft was 285. It's now 289. Just touched 290. Apple was as low as 138. It's now 140. It's only down 93 cents. We have Tesla up 51 cents. We have Amazon up $20 a share. It was as low as $31.98. It's now $32.41. We're at $50 higher on Amazon from low to high. Facebook, same thing, nice move. Google, the low of $26.89, now $27.31. We've added $42 a share from the low to the high. We were even $13 higher than that just a few minutes ago. So this Google is up $7 a share, $7.50. So the FANG stocks are improving across the board. They're all moving higher, and it's affecting the NASDAQ market. It is down only 0.28 of 1%. Definite strong buy wave has come in. The Dow not yet reflective of this big upsurge. It's still down 284, but is better than it was half an hour ago. Rocket Lab is down 36 cents at 14.23. SoFi down only a dime at 16.14. GameStop down 2.96, improving. Matterport down 20 cents. ME down 22. Smart Rent down 47. It's coming back up right now. Spire still under pressure, down 40 cents to 6.31. It's all artificial. It's all manipulated. There's an opportunity here. I think if you go long on this stock, I think you're going to do just fine. Really fine. Let's see what's going on here. Larry, 627, new Spire low. Uncle Bruce crowd, if you buy $7,000 worth of Spire call contracts, Feb 22 for $1, and the stock runs to $10 before then, how much is your $7,000 now worth? Trying to determine if I just want to buy the stock. Well, if you buy the call for $1 and it's a 750 contract, I'm assuming the call contract. I'm assuming you're talking 750s because at $1 a contract, I think you're talking the 750s, right? Yes, you are. There it is. Thank you for that. Alrighty, so at $10 a share, the stock, the contract is worth $250 book value, and will likely trade at about $325 with regard to its premium, time premium. So you got about a $325 contract. So you'll triple your money, at least. So you'll take 7,000, turn it into 21,000 plus, maybe 22,000, something like that. If you bought $7,000 worth of stock right now, and the stock is trading at 632, 1,100 shares. You can buy 1,100 shares for cash for $7,000. The stock goes to $10 a share. Your 11,000 shares will be worth $11,000. So you'll go from 7,000 to 11,000, or on the options, you go from 7,000 to 21,000. So there's your leverage factor right there. Okay. Okay. What else have we got here? Uh, okay. Nice says autism. Bruce said he's seen more people go broke buying the dips and not leaving some to pay bills. Just reminding everybody, disregard this message if you're okay. I hate Robinhood, says Auntie. Joshua, Costco's hot dog soda combo price hasn't changed in 36 years. It's actually their lost leader. Fun fact. It's true. It is true. As long as the taste is there, and it's a quality piece, great. But you buy chicken bacon, it's a disappointment to eat it. You're never going to buy it again, no matter what the price of it is, right? It's really disappointing. It was a real downer, I got to tell you. Shrinkage only happens if the pool is cold. There you go. B fits Bruce, Uncle Bruce, a dissatisfaction. No, not dissatisfaction. Diversification. That's another D word. Uncle Bruce, diversification is an important part of investing. Yes. Probably 80% of my portfolio is in January calls, 60% in SoFi, especially, specifically. 20% is stock. Have I risked too much and not diversified enough? Well, look, you're into a story here, a stock that is, a company in an unbelievable transition from being private for 11 years to now being public and going national. This company is on fire. I mean, they are spending millions of dollars to get the word out who they are, what they're about. We're waiting for their final clearance for their charter. This company is in a major transition phase. I don't think it's too much to ask that you're doing what you're doing is reasonable at all. I just don't. Some will say you're crazy, and it all depends how old you are, how much capital you have, what your prospects are. Do you need the money for other things? There's a million reasons and whys and hows and whats to do it, but it's the American way. You got it, you own it, you're sitting on it, and you're waiting for a payoff, and it's only off 14 cents today, with the Dow down 350 points again. So the Dow is tanking, and you are down 14 cents. I think you're doing very well. Keep it going. Right on. Let's see here. Oh, no. Excuse me, folks. Auntie's telling jokes and people are saying, Bruce, Auntie, stop it. I'm trying to eat breakfast. Oh, man. Clay is saying, you know what, B Fits? Oh, my, you are definitely sitting on a powder keg on an account, blowing up or blowing out. Keep an eye on those calls and pay attention. If volatility drops, your calls will be practically worthless. So, I mean, there's ups and downs here. I flew to San Fran years ago with an ear infection. Ears wouldn't pop, and I was just drenching in sweat because of the pain. There you go. That's a happy story, isn't it? Laugh out loud. We'll save you a plate, Larry. Good Southern cook. You know what's not down a bunch? SoFi is not down a bunch. That's right. Costco. Does that mean Jen picked up a case of Crown Royal? As far as the chicken bakes go, they don't make them fresh in the kitchen anymore. They use the frozen ones off the shelf. Yeah, not good. Those are crap. I don't buy the ones in the freezer section. They're no good. I think you're right. I think that's exactly what they're doing. They are a disappointment. They're not worth it. No, they're not worth it. Did she buy a case of Crown Royal? No, but you know what we did notice? Again, depending on what state you're in, it all depends. In California, obviously, you can notice that Costco makes a Kirkland brand of vodka and rye and rum, and they're making a Kirkland version of Canadian Club whiskey. And I'm looking at this going, what is this? And it's cheap. I couldn't believe how cheap it was. I was muttering to myself, and again, this is just a Canadian muttering to himself. I was going, well, if you can buy Bacardi rum, a 1.75 liter bottle of Bacardi rum for like 14 American dollars. And in Canada, that would be equal to 50 American dollars, like 50 American dollars versus 14 American dollars. I said to myself, well, is it any wonder they don't have free healthcare? Uh, we pay the taxes in Canada into this gigantic pot at the provincial level and federal level that then gets doled out to Canadians in other services. That's how it works. But down here, not necessary. And I believe that with all the COVID funding and emergency funding and all that, California is running a surplus right now. It's running a budget surplus. It's rather amazing. I don't know. What can I say? Cheddar. Well, if you bought when SoFi ran to 22, then you're down. But you've had forever to average down, so you definitely should be down very, very, very little. Okay. What the heck's a chicken bake anyway? What do we call it? You take chicken chunks, bacon bits, and they used to use some kind of a Caesar flavoring sauce of some kind, and bake that up as a sort of a baked up kind of a concoction with spices and salts and so on. Then they had a bread kind of a doughy sort of thing. They put this into somehow, and then they baked it, and it would be like they called it a chicken bake. And when it was original, the outer layer of this crispy deep, it looked like deep fried dough, but it's actually baked. Tasted like a baked potato, like not baked potato. Tasted like a potato pancake. It was just delicious. And then the inside, this chicken and bacon fused in the sauce, and it was really delicious. Just wonderful. Now it's crap. Anyway, there you go. More SoFi shares, calls, or Matterport. I've got powder. I've been saving for a dip here. Spire. Spire is your move is Spire now. Time to get Spire. Both. Get both. Get a couple of $6 Spire February 22 contracts for $1.25. There's a good deal too. Every time my lady tells me she's got to get more safely, I tell her I love her. I have a good day, and I buy more SoFi. I'm serious too. I buy more SoFi. It's like a chicken roll from a pizza place. I guess I made money on my most recent Matterport calls I wrote. I'm now looking at selling puts. There you go. Let's see. Yep. Mary, Auntie, I was planning to go to New Orleans this month, but I probably waited too long to book my flight, and the prices have gone up. Spire takes another shot down. I do encourage her to buy other stocks as well, so we can diversify a little. I tell her to buy Matterport. She likes some company named Viking Therapeutics. In the SoFi app, if you open an investing account and deposit money, you could win 1,000 in stock of your choice. GameStop is higher. Is that true? I don't see it higher. I show it at 170 a share. I wish that were true. Let's see. What else is going on here? Oh, I'm jealous of your $1 Spire calls. Anti-PC, 7.5, there's $1. Stocks lying in wait. 603 new low for Spire. Right now, 624 last trade. 604 last trade, lowest I've saw, but you could be right, Larry. You could well be right. It's just getting more and more attractive all the time. I find it absolutely hilarious that these guys are getting away with it. They are blatantly running this market down, blatantly crapping it. I'm just amazed. Ah, fresh out of powder. It's killing me, says Auntie. The Dow now down 261. Boy, are we jumping around or what on this Dow Jones? Man, down 258. We were down 400s on. We were down 350 and then come back and down and back. Down 22 on S&P. We're only down 21 points on the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is down 0.15 of a percentage point. It's turned around. It is turning around fast. The Dow is behind the 8 ball at the moment. Oil down 167 at 77.26. Oil is dropping. There was talk that oil would go higher and higher and higher. It's not happening. Mr. Seneca saying, I'm writing a put on Spire, May 2022, $6 strike for $1.70. What are your thoughts? So you're prepared to pay $6 a share for your Spire, but they're going to give you $1.70 to do it. So you are actually putting up $4.30 for Spire until next May. I like this deal. Stock stays above $6 a share, first of all. Between now and May, you keep all $170. That's great. So $600 is what you're putting up to bring in $170, right? Yeah, that's almost 30% of your money. I like this deal. I really like this deal. If you can afford to write eights and get an even higher premium, take it. But 430 net, that's a good deal. Spire is killing me, man. I bought 7 to 736 was a sale price. Auntie, I know what you mean. I'm close to my limit too, and it's like a bottle is raging within me. Buy and save your money for bills. You know which one wins. Everyone's laughing. Hold on, Mr. Seneca. Hold on. Yeah, I like the Spire. The idea of picking off a put for a nice premium like that. Let me take a look at Spire puts right now on my chain here. If I can, let's see if I have it. I don't know if I have not been able to get lucky with option chains on Spire on this one side. That's not working. So let me go to, maybe we can go here. We'll go here to, how about we go here? Okay, let me just pardon me while I set this up. And then we'll go to here, SPIRE Global. Okay, and we'll go to options. Spire Global Options. Let's see if we can get a nice clear picture of an options chain here. There we are. We are going to look at what were you looking at, my friend? You were looking at May. Okay. So let's take a look at May. Oh, you're going out there, way out there. Okay, got it. And all of them. Okay. The $6 contract, 150 to 170, last at 165. The 7s are showing about 220. The 8s are showing around $3. The 9s are showing around $4, and the 10s are showing around $4.50. So the 10s means the 10s would be a $5.50 commitment if you can get $4.50 a contract. Where the 6s at $1.60, you're paying $4.40 for the stock. That's the commitment you're making till next May. So I like the return on your money. I like the idea that you have to put up $600 and they're giving you $160, $170 to do it. I like the return on this. Not bad. Okay. We should buy all the GameStop 160, 750 calls for this Friday. GameStop 170.10 down 208. Rocket Lab down 46 cents. We have SoFi only down 6 cents now to 16.19 a share on 4 million shares today. Quiet day. Even on a down dip, we've got a quiet day going here. Most interesting to see how this market is working here. Let's see if I can work this right. Okay. There we are. The Dow right now down 241. S&P down 37. NASDAQ down 148. Little dip on the NASDAQ right now, but that's had a big comeback here. See how much more it wants to give us today. I think this is a sign that the markets could at any time do a big turnaround. As a matter of fact, the NASDAQ right now is up a half a point. Pardon me. My machine is jumping about here. We're up and now we're down. We're down 32. We're jumping all over the place here. Notice that American Airlines and JetBlue got downgraded by Goldman. And DoorDash, Uber, Uber Eats, Grubhub must disclose hidden fees, give delivery workers all tips under a new California law. There's laws coming out of California that are making it more worker friendly and corporate unfriendly. We'll see how this all plays out. Lots of interesting things going on here. Those who are working in California are definitely in a work-friendly state. Wages are higher, benefits are higher. Businesses come and go with this kind of environment. Can I say? Gayotti says I bought a Spire 7.5 Feb 22 contract, 95 cents. Did you compare the BA iPad with the Tesla screen? It's got, I got to know. The big ass iPad right here and the Tesla are pretty close. Although the Tesla, I think, is it sits sideways like this on the dashboard, and it's pretty darn close. I mean, I got to say, the size of this thing. Look how big it is. I can't get in the picture. The size of my big ass iPad and the Tesla unit is incredible. The tablet they have. I have to learn it. I have to learn how to use it. There's so much I have to learn on that thing. I'm such a noob at it. But I do know how to make it go, make it stop, and I know how to, signal a turn, little things like that. I've got the basics. I'm working on. I figured out how to plug it in last night. Steve helped me with that. He showed me this is how you charge it up. So I was able to charge it up last night to a point. I just added about 100 something miles to it. Very interesting, entertaining. Love driving it. What a machine! What a beautiful machine! I'm really impressed. SoFi is green, says Nicholas. 16.29 right now. That's what I'm showing. Yep, up 3 cents in the green, kids. We got a stock in the green called SoFi. Spire still down 56 cents to 6.15. It is recovering a little bit, but still down on the day. Rocket Lab still down 42 cents. SoFi 16.26. At the moment. This is about the high of the day on the stock. The Dow down 217, S&P down 18, NASDAQ down 19. That's what we got. Mr. Seneca, yours is a safer deal, but personally, I like the $9 strike. You can get close to $420 premium for that, but don't listen to me. I'm a little more of a risk taker. The thing too about taking that kind of a premium is you're putting up $900 to bring in 420, which is almost half on your money, but this contract is in the money right now, about $2.80 in the money. So 280 of that 9 is really going to exercise this contract if you were to be exercised. The remainder of the $9 is actually cash to you, but still, if you can bring in, the remainder of the 420. So if you bring in 420 on a 9, you're committing 480. You're committing to pay net 480 a share, which is still a pretty good deal. Does buying one call expiring the same week add 100 to the stock point? No, it does not adjust any volume to the stock whatsoever. Stock options trade on their own markets, have nothing to do with the number of shares traded. Nothing. Right now. Worst case scenario, you have to buy shares for 9, but still not a bad deal. It's normally above 10. So what do you want? Deep value says yes. Deep value yes, says Cheddar Stacks. Yeah, look, writing puts against Spire, good idea. Writing puts against Matterport, good idea. Writing puts on GameStop, good idea. Writing puts on SoFi, Good idea. Writing puts on Rocket Lab, I still recommend as a very, very good idea. Absolutely take the premium over and above that book value. Absolutely. No trouble there whatsoever. Trying to see if this market wants to give us a pop. The Dow is flirting down 210, 213. Will the Dow taking a bit of a pause? Will it now take another shot and go higher again? And will Nasdaq pop into the positive dramatically? We're negative 25 on Nasdaq. Watching the FANG stocks, how they're going to react to this right now in FANG neighborhood. We have Microsoft up $1.06, so it's gone positive. Apple only off 96 cents, so just it would take nothing for Apple to go green. Tesla's up 4, by the way. Other FANG stocks, we've got Amazon up 24, Facebook down $1.30, Alphabet, which is Google, up 11. So they're green. They've turned green. They could go very green today. They are probably all oversold. The Dow, I think, is getting oversold, and I know that a bunch of our SPACs are definitely oversold. So technically, a turnaround could happen on any and all of these stocks. SoFi up a penny, 16.26. It is the one stock that we talk about that was a former SPAC that is actually green today. Everything else is in the red, but not a lot. Cyxtera down 13 cents. ATIP down a dime. Spire's off 60 at 612. That is an absolute bargain, and it is now below the 10% mark, which means it is restricted. Short sale restricted today and tomorrow, which could be interesting if a turnaround were to happen. Smart Rent down 51. 23Me down 27 cents. Matterport down 23 cents. Rocket Lab down 43 cents. That's where we have everything at the moment. Welcome one, welcome all to the show. Thank you, all of you out there who have been putting thumbs ups on this show. We have 360 of them now. Very much appreciate it. Helps build momentum to the show. If you're watching on the rerun later, please hit the thumbs up button for us as well. Give us a little more momentum there. That is so appreciated. We are, let's see, I don't know what's going on there. And double checking and triple checking other reviews. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Checking something over here. Okay. Don't know what's going on there. There's all kinds of stuff going on. Just watching different pieces of news here and there, trying to stay on top of everything. Thank you all for popping in here today with us. Jen and I so appreciate it. It's Palm Desert, California is where we're at right now. And we're looking forward to settling in here and enjoying this weather and the environment and the atmosphere here. Gosh, we love it. Love the fact that you're here with us. We appreciate it. 371 thumbs ups. Thank you for those. Keep them coming, guys. Thank you very much. Let's see. Third quarter conference call for SoFi is scheduled for November 10, 5 o'clock. Let's see. We've got we have Cheddar Stacks asking whether it's a good move or not. ATIP, Spire, which way you want to go? And then Cheryl saying, I think he wants us into SoFi. I think he wants us to all in to buy SoFi. It's all good. We want them all to go up. GameStop 170.25 down $1.93 right now. Let's see. Natural gas future prices retreat after Putin says Russia will boost supplies to Europe. There will not be a shortage out of Russia for natural gas. That's the one thing he definitely does not want to have happen is Europe get upset with him regarding supplies. So he'll want to keep Europe well supplied with a very steady stream of natural gas. The good thing, too, is, of course, you can thank Angela Merkel for this natural gas deal. It's a good move on Germany's part and other European countries to import natural gas from Russia. The reason it's a good move is that if Russia is addicted to the cash for natural gas from Europe, They won't wage war on Europe. If your trading partner is as dependent on you as you are on it for supplies, raw materials, finished goods, you have a trading relationship. You're not going to have a war. There's no point in having a war, and so Russia can do much better with a strong trading relationship with natural gas futures and trading contracts than it can shooting bullets across and missiles across. There you go. That's sometimes how you do it. Let's see. Well, here you go. What's the stop market, folks? Bruce, from manipulating SoFi as they are Spire to keep contracts for January below a certain strike. What would prevent that from happening? I think the real difference here, BFits, is that with SoFi, you have upwards of about 800 million shares in existence. And you have a $12.9 billion company right now at play. You also have a lot of institutional investors who own this stock. This company is probably now 60% held, all the shares out there, 60% held by institutional investors. So if you want to take on all of these massive institutional investors with some kind of a short selling game, you are tangling with possibly hundreds of billions of dollars of buying power behind the stock. Not a good idea. Spire, Spire Global, $1 billion market cap at best, still slipping at the moment, with no serious institutional ownership of stock at this point in time. It's so new. It's just such a new company. They don't have a whole bunch of institutional investors that own it. So none of these guys are getting kicked around. The only investors that are hurting right now for Spire would be the pipe investors that paid $10, who are long-term investors, would be the original investors of the SPAC at $10 a unit, would be those who bought the shares after the SPAC's announcement of the merger and then the merger and all that, those who paid 10 to 19 a share, they're all hurting. And then the insiders of the company as employees. But who's not hurting would be major pension funds, major hedge funds, major mutual funds. They aren't into this deal. Too new, too tiny, too small a company at this point to bring it on. So the stock is being targeted and being picked on by, I think, deep-pocketed hedge funds who sense that this stock is vulnerable and are going after it, and because there's lack of heavy money behind it. And at the moment, the Wall Street Bets audience and the audience over at Reddit have not picked up on the fact that this stock is a manipulated, shorted issue that is possibly a stock could go to 20-25 a share on a short squeeze, on a major short squeeze. You're going to need a huge army of buyers to come in here to run that thing the other direction. Now, it might happen. It might well happen that maybe the president of the company and friends of the company's directors, they're making calls and they're putting together an army of investors and they're getting ready to take a run at this thing. I don't know. It could be going on. Stock is not trading like it. Volume today, 1.1 million shares. At least we have 1.1 million traded. We're not getting a lot of volume on it, but at the moment, the stock is being manipulated by the shorters, and the day traders are going with the momentum. And the momentum right now is a lower momentum, and so they're just trying to take advantage of the lower pricing. This will run its course, and when it turns the opposite direction, it is a violent, ugly up move, as we've witnessed with GameStop, AMC, and other shares where the upside goes stupid and it's hundreds of millions of dollars of stock trading hands like crazy, with day traders jumping in and going long rather than short, and then short traders trying to cover. But is it going to happen this afternoon in 15 minutes? And for how long and how far? I don't know. My long-term game is this is absolute bargain stock. This stock at 612 probably has, I would say there's over $3.50 cash in the company, and the rest of the assets are the remainder, $2.50. This thing is trading at 1/3 its actual value. Personal opinion. There are stock estimates out there and buy recommendations into the 20s. So, I mean, this thing is really getting crushed by an artificial wave of hate. But hate works. And right now, the hate on this thing is just a trading thing. It's nothing personal. It's just business is what's being done here. And the business is shorting it, shorting it, shorting. But you're running out of room. The shorters are getting, there's less room to maneuver as a short seller. You can only go to zero. You can't go negative. So you can't go negative $6 a share. You can only go to zero. And every share you bought at $12 is now half the price. You can buy 2 shares for what you used to pay for one. Those who used to buy stock at 18 can now buy 3 for every one they used to buy. There will come a point in time where the shareholders who are long this stock will want to double or triple their position simply because they can. They can afford to. But there aren't that many shares available. And that's where the squeeze takes place. Once the borrowing rate is 500%, once it's impossible to borrow this stock, it turns on a dime. But it won't give us any warning whatsoever. It'll just happen. Anyway, there you go. Uncle Bruce, I'm sure you appreciate positive outlook on the markets on days like this. I'm definitely getting tired of all these red days. I'm starting to grind me down like a bad chicken bake. I understand that. There's nothing good about a bad chicken bake. Cheddar Stacks, I have both, and I think I'll stick with Bruce. Austin called Fidelity, and they are allowing me to buy the Spire calls at 95 cents. I'm alive, baby. I'm alive. First option purchase. I feel sorry for everyone now that I'm in it. It will probably go down. 610 on SoFi. Everyone crushes on their first options. You will be good. I can't blame you. I have an ex named Cheryl, and Bruce is smart as heck, and I'm a sub of his channel, laughing out loud. Oscar, Bruce, when are you planning to have the meet and greet in LA? I do not know. I just got here. I've had 6 hours of sleep. I don't know. When I know, you'll know. Just give us the weekend, okay? Give us a couple days in the weekend, and we'll figure something out. Spire to $3 now. Good job, Austin. Thanks a lot. Laugh a lot. Buy $4 puts now. We will win either way. I'm all about GameStop, SoFi, and Spire. I'm addicted to the Russia diamonds. I mean, China's coal. I mean, I'm addicted to Russian dash cam footage. Oh no, should we move our January options? No, first one's free. There you go. No, don't move January options. Where are we at now? We got SoFi down a nickel at 16.20. We got Rocket Lab down 50 to 14.16. We're actually down 43 cents now. We got GameStop down 3.41. Matterport down 42 cents. ME down 29. Smart Rent down 53. Spire down 61. ATIP down a dime. Sextera down 12. AMC down 123. Robinhood down 21. Vanik down $1.76. Home Depot down 212. IBM down 144. Everything's down. The Dow's down 248. NASDAQ down 51. Apple down 109. Tesla up $1. Bed Bath & Beyond down 57. BlackBerry down 33. Royal Caribbean down $1.70 to 89.31. Goldman Sachs down $3. Amazon up 16. Facebook down $1.40. Google up $7. JP Morgan down $1.28. Oh my gosh, we just have to tolerate this. We have to let it happen. I think the sell-off is overblown. I think the sell-off is over. I really do. I think the worst of it is done. We've had it. I think we're about to turn the corner. I think the Dow, the NASDAQ, the S&P are running out of gas on the downside. I just think it's going to be good. What can I say? It's just me. It's just, I can't prove it, but I got a good vibe. Uncle Bruce, do you have to pay? Do you have to pay to charge at the Tesla? Yes. The gentleman that rented me his car informed me that go to any charger station and charge up all you want, and you'll see the amount being charged to you. It'll show you. And it gets charged to my credit card because I'm the owner of the car. Charge up all you want whenever you want. Superchargers are the fastest. At the end of the term, I will just bill you for the amount that you charged. I won't mark it up. I'll just charge you what you charge. So am I complaining? Nope. I'm a happy guy. Andrew, May 2022 calls on Spire with a $10 strike for 83 cents. Smells good to me. What do you think, Bruce? Spire, $10 strike. I wouldn't buy. Too far out. You're better off sparing your money, picking off 750s for April, or picking off 6s for April or May. Spend a little more, get a lot more. Get closer into this stock market. Getting closer into the stock is where I want you to be. I don't want you to be out at 10. I want you way out there, way out there. No, no. Uncle Bruce, I rolled my Spire calls for a profit into February and May 2022. Also, just bought 30 more shares at 630. Now I got 102 shares at 679. Right on, Mark. This price is good stuff. Like I said, 607 now. This is crazy cheap. This is really stupid, crazy cheap, and I'm amazed that these shorters have the balls to do it. I'm amazed, but they're fearless. Cheddar, look at the IV when you're pricing your options. If you buy a contract with a high IV and the stock trades sideways, your contract will burn right up. 83 cents for $10 Spire cards. I wouldn't pay more than 30 cents. There you go. That's right. That's a high premium. My gosh, Spire. Speaking from mistakes made. Yeah, do not pick off high-priced options on Spire. Buy at the money, very close to the money is where you want to be. 605 on the stock right now, down 66 cents. This is an absolute joke of a price. You're practically better off not buying options at all. Just buy up the stock. The stock is 605. Just buy the stock. Never expires. It's worth 15, 18, 20 bucks a share. It's on sale for one third the price. Just buy the stock. Just buy it up. Yep. Grab it. Grab that stuff. Okay. The Dow down 280, S&P down 28, NASDAQ down 63 points on the day. We're coming to the end of this first show from Palm Desert. I want to thank you all for being here, hanging out with me so far, watching the show. I appreciate it. We're going to try to improve the lighting. We hope that the quality has been better, nice and clear picture for you, good sound. Jen and I, we have running around to do between show number 1 and show number 2. I will be on this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern for the last hour of today's trades. Let's see what the market does together. We'll see how far it wants to go, if it wants to do anything. I think we're becoming oversold on this market. I think we're running out of gas. I think we're going the other direction. We're oversold. That's just me. We'll find out real soon. Yep. Cheddar Stack says, Andrew, don't buy that contract. It's not a good deal. Have a great day, everybody. John saying, thank you, John, for being here this morning. All of you who are here today, thank you. Those of you who have resubscribed for another round on the membership, thank you for that. Those of you who sent a few super chats today, thank you for that. Appreciate it. Helps pay the bills so we can stick around here. We're loving it, and we're excited, and we're just jazzed to be here. I got $8. I got $8 at 160 on Spire for May on Friday. Didn't get the lowest, but I think I'll still print eventually. What do you say, Bruce? So you bought an $8 contract for $1.60. I think you're going to be okay. I think that's what you did. Uncle Bruce, we have to thank you too that you are live from California rather than walking on the beach there. You betcha, buddy. A dollar chart. Auntie, amen. I'd like to add Rocket Lab to that too. John Anderson, thanks everybody. Thank you all for hanging out with me this morning for the first few hours. Let's see if we can make some money this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern. We'll come around for the final hour trading, count our chips. Hopefully there'll be more of them to count. Look at writing puts on some of these on some of these stocks. There are some real opportunities here. You can make some serious money. Because days like today are days you write puts and you buy back calls or pick up cheap ones. Spire, have a great day. Thanks, Spire. Zach, go live from the Salton Sea. Thanks, Bruce. Canada already misses you. I don't miss Canada yet. Not yet. Man, I picked up some contracts this morning. Good Lord. It's what you got to do. You got to buy when the market is down. Bama Babe. Catch you later. Thanks, Bama Babe. You have a great day today. Great morning. Great afternoon. We'll catch you all this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern time. Thank you all so much. Check out the website, Stock Markets with Bruce. Those of you picking up those courses, thank you very much. I hope you're enjoying them. You can learn an awful lot on how to make money in a down market, in a flat market, even in an appreciating market. You can still write options and make money. Very nice. Fabulous, everybody. Thank you for being here. SoFi 16.14 down 11. Rocket Lab down 53. GameStop 168.35 down 383. Matterport down 42 cents. We got ME down 30. We got SmartRent down 51. Spire at 607, the deal of deals. ATIP down a dime. Sixtera down only 6 cents a share. YBM down $1.93. The Dow down 332. Microsoft down 2 cents. Apple down $1.48. Tesla down 99 cents. That's all. That's where we're at, kids. Royal Caribbean down 205, 88.96. A little under pressure. Goldman down 509. But I think we've stopped the selling. I think the selling is petering out. I actually believe it. With a 333 down on the Dow dip, I don't know if it wants to go much lower. Anyway, 82-point drop on NASDAQ. It's definitely giving it up. It doesn't want to go any lower. Let's see what's happening. Yep, I'm buying more Spire. I'm going to land them out at 22%. That's what I'm going to do. Is In and Out on the menu today? I'm not sure. Maybe for dinner. We'll see. We're not sure yet. We've got so much to do. Have a good afternoon, everybody. Larry, I'll see you this afternoon at 3 if we can. Thanks, Uncle B. Thank you, Shaky Fry Watt. John, Uncle Bruce, remember to flip people off when you're in the car. You're just in California. I'm just saying, especially those guys with the leather jackets on motorbikes. Just flip them off. You tell them what you think you are. You're fine. No problem. Nothing bad will happen to you. Buying low is where you make your money. That's right. By the way, flight to New Orleans still cheap. I just booked. Our IBM covered calls are looking good right now. Well done. Hell has frozen over, says Michael. Kind of looking like Spire's hitting the bottom. Maybe that is it. 605, maybe. Unbelievably cheap. Unbelievably cheap on your Spire, kids. Congratulations to all of you who've managed to pick up calls and right puts and pick up the stock. Good positioning. Today is the day. Let's go. Imagine having the Spire a couple months ago here at 1950. Whew, that's frustrating. Who dat, baby? Who dat, baby? All right, guys. I'll see you this afternoon at 3 o'clock. Thanks for being here. We'll catch up with you then. Let's get these markets going. We'll talk to you real soon. Thanks, everybody. Bye for now.